All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Come on, y'all. What's up? What's up? Good to see everybody. Everybody got your Wednesday face on. Hump day.
Yeah.
We get the charge. This is the Wednesday charge from all that's going on during the week. Hopefully, everybody's doing well and your family's doing well and you're striding through. You know, we say pray and row the boat. That's right.
Well, hallelujah.
Pray and row the boat. That's right. Keep it moving. All right, we're going to get started, Big B, and I'm going to bring that music on down. And as we bring the music on down,
Yeah,
all
man,
right, we're
yeah,
going to
man,
get
yeah,
that together, buddy. I'm going to come off of sharing here. And it
Oh, I
changes
can see
every week.
everybody now.
Changes
I can see
every week.
everybody now, buddy. That's
Yeah,
what's
there
up.
you go. All
Woo.
right, all right. I want to welcome everyone to again the Family Tree. This is the place where you can ask all the holistic health questions, concerns, anything on your heart, your mind. We say the Family Tree because it
Yeah.
reminds us of an ancient culture of the indigenous people and what happened when we actually got together back in ancient times. This is the time when we gathered around the tree. The tree was a holy place. It was a place where you came for issues and problems, anything, solutions, tribe issues, issues with group, family, and prayer. So we want to say this is the place where we gather around this ancient laurel tree, and we want to talk about anything you got going on, anything you want to heart and mind. Ask the tree, and we'll try to get it to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Big
Yes,
B?
sir. Yes, sir, buddy.
And this is the time where if you want to join the conversation, go right down to your chat box. And right down in the chat box, you can see in there where it says react. Click the react button, and it'll face up with something like a hand like Big B got up there. That's
Yes,
right,
sir,
Big
buddy.
B. And put your hand up and you can ask your question, concern, anything on your heart and mind. If you're someone that may say, I don't want to be on picture because you're too cute, I get it. You might
Wow,
just want
hallelujah.
just ask a question. That's okay. You can just put it in the chat box. And we got Prophetess. Is she in here? Is
Yes, she's in the
Prophetess
house. That
here?
she had fingers is
Prophetess,
in the house, buddy.
AKA Fingers.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
AKA Fingers is smoking over there. She's so hot on the keys,
Look,
man.
see the steam behind her? See the steam behind her?
I
It
see
comes out
smoke
like a heart.
behind it. Smoke behind her fingers be moving so fast. She'll get it to us and she'll put it in the chat box. Sometimes you might want to ask before when you ask the question, check the chat box. She's
Yep.
monitoring this thing all the time. So you put it in there, you might get it in about 2 seconds.
I know that's right.
So keep that in mind. Keep it in mind. Now, if you're somebody that's calling by phone and you said, well, I missed that option that actually shows how to raise your hand, don't worry. Just give us a chance and understand those that you're on the phone and we'll try to get you in. How's that sound?
That's right, buddy.
All right. So we're going to get started and we're going to open up and we say, this is your social security.
Security. Yes.
Social security. It is
Yeah,
your
buddy.
family.
Security.
It is with decency in order that we sit down. It is a pleasure to sit amongst you and that the family we share and be with respect to each other. We'll get through this thing. Okay.
That's right.
So we're
That's
going to
right.
start
That's right.
off. And with this, we're going to start off with, I always say testimonies. Testimonies go a long way. Got some good things for you today. But testimonies always goes a long way we start off with because some people are going into a storm. Some people are in a storm.
Yeah, buddy.
Some people are coming out of a storm. So no matter what your situation, where you are, we like to be the support for you to get you through whatever you're going through. That's what a family does, right? So
right.
with that being the case, I open up the floor right now. And this can be questions, it could be things that you just used that you heard here on the family tree or something that you've been using. And you say, you know what, I tried this and guess what? It worked. And I might have seen just a little bit of change in my blood pressure, a little bit of change in my diabetes, or a little bit change where I don't have as much pain. Whatever the situation, we want to give you a shout and we give you the support. So at this moment, floor is officially open for testimonies. Anybody have a testimony before we start?
I have one.
All right.
All right. Got
I
cricket.
have
That's
one.
cricket. That's cricket.
Is that Cricket?
That's
What's
cricket
up,
from
Cricket?
Philly.
Yes.
Hold up,
What's
Cricket.
up?
Let me see. Let
What's
me
up?
get you on. Let me get you on here. Go ahead, Cricket.
Okay. I want to thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ tonight
Yes.
because It's my birthday today.
Well,
Oh,
July.
happy birthday,
happy
Cricket!
birthday.
Everybody,
Happy
before you even get started,
Happy
Still
come
New
on,
Year.
everybody come off.
breathing
Happy
and living.
birthday
Everybody come
to
off
you.
before you.
Happy
Happy
to
birthday.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Yeah, I know that's
birthday.
right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All
And that is
right.
my testimony. I am still breathing and believing. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. Amen to that. Amen to that. So happy birthday, Cricket. You know, you've been here with us for a long time. How many have you been here since the beginning of the family tree, or how long have you been here
I
with
believe
us?
so. Many
Yeah,
years.
yeah. So congratulations to you and keep up. We say pray and row the boat, right? Keep it moving.
That's right.
All right. Congratulations. All right. Great testimony to start off with. Anybody else have a testimony on your heart and mind?
Well, I do, Dr. Paul. Grand
Okay.
risings to everyone.
Grand
And
All right.
risings,
I
Neva.
want
How
to,
are you? Hey,
I'm
wait a
doing
minute.
good. I'm
Was it
doing
your
better this.
birthday? Was it your
Yes,
birthday? Yes.
yes.
Happy birthday to Neva
Happy
also.
birthday.
Let's
Happy
wish
Birthday.
Neva a
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
mine,
New
birthday.
mine
Year.
was
Birthday.
Friday. Thank you. And thank you for your birthday wish, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
I had a wonderful time with my children. It was
Mm-hmm.
great. Because
Mm-hmm.
we get together, but I don't always get together just with them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Right.
and that was such a great time.
You
And
look
I
like
want
you
to say,
had a great time too. You
I
had a
did,
great
I
time.
did, I did, I really did.
Well,
And I spent time with Sunday with my great grandson because
mm-hmm.
he was born on my birthday. He had turned
Oh
3.
wow. Oh wow.
That's
All
what's up.
right. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
So
Congratulations.
a
Congrats.
70-year difference.
Oh wow. Okay. Well,
Don't
that's
mind
right.
sharing that. Love it.
70 blessed years. That's right.
And
That's
I
right.
will talk to you later, Dr. Paul, because I spoke to someone you sent to me.
Okay, good.
Yes, I will talk to you
Hopefully
later
it's
about
working
that.
out. Yeah, hopefully
Yeah,
it's working
well,
out.
I told him I'm going to be his advocate because he really needed one back in February. Yes,
Yeah. Okay, let's go into detail. Give me a call and we'll
I
talk to you.
sure will.
Okay,
Yes.
sounds good. All right.
There's
All right.
all them young people. See that nigga? You trying to
All
be as
these
young as
young
me. I
folks.
know what's up.
Yep.
I know. I'm
Hi.
trying to catch up, Bill, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay. Well, let's see who else we have. Anybody else testimony before we get started? Anyone else with a
I
testimony?
I have a
Yeah,
testimony.
well, yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
hey, you know,
Mark.
God
Dr. P,
just
you
has
know the
blessed me
dancer is in the
over and
group.
over again. I'm telling you.
Mark, you're like a check-in, buddy. You ain't a
Man,
testimony. It's a
look.
check-in.
I had to get shouts, man. This is awesome. I was telling you all that I had lost some weight. I mean, I lost like 50 pounds from the stuff that I was going through in my storm.
Mm-hmm.
And now, every time I go exercise at AFC Aquahab, I get on that scale. And every time I go there, it's like 106. And no, 160. And I be getting upset. And I'm like, I'm eating all this food. And how come I'm not gaining no weight?
Mm-hmm.
So I kept going. So yesterday, I went to go exercise late last night. I went like 7 o'clock at night. And I got on that scale and I look, I'm like 107 pounds. I'm like, oh, snap, crackle, pop, rice, the free Krispies. I'm like, I don't believe this.
What?
I gained 7 pounds.
You
And
gained
I
7
gained
pounds?
and I gained muscle mass too.
All
See.
right,
All
Mark.
right, all
All
right.
right,
Yes,
man.
See,
All
yes,
right,
yes.
yeah.
I'm getting it back.
Yes, you are getting it
I'm
back.
snatching everything what the devil stole from me. I'm mean. I'm
Amen,
oh,
mean.
brother.
I ain't got time
well,
for
Amen.
this.
Amen. Everybody come
I'm
off
glad,
mute for
Yes,
glad to hear
Mark.
that.
Come
That's what's
off
up,
mute
yes.
Mark.
for Mark. Yes,
Yeah,
Mark.
praise him, Mark.
Congratulations, buddy.
Congratulations,
Yes.
Mark.
Congratulations, Mark.
Yeah,
That's
Mark, that's what's
awesome.
Share.
up,
I
man.
have to share it.
Yes.
I have to
Yes,
share it.
Keep it
absolutely.
going, man.
I
Yes.
have to. That's
Congratulations.
mandatory.
Mm-hmm. And Big B, you see, he had to take his shirt off so his
Yeah, no,
boobs,
and
he
flex.
show his
I
good
said,
flexing.
bam. I caught that, Mark.
You got
Bam.
some big muscles.
Going for that 3P.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, I got to give it to you, man. You were the only one saying Chiefs when the Chiefs wasn't nothing. And I can tell you, man, they had really stand the test of time, man. Because we used to rag you all the time when we were in
Mm-hmm.
class. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs. Big B, he had a
Mm-hmm.
cheese. He had cheese shirt, cheese hat,
Yeah,
cheese
man.
gloves.
Everything.
He was even his motor scooter he rode in had Chiefs on the side.
Yep. And I've been a Chiefs fan for 50 years. A Chiefs
Wow.
fan, die hard.
All right, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Congratulations, Mark. We
Thank you.
appreciate you,
Appreciate
buddy.
the love.
All right. And anybody else that has a testimony, be sure you can jump in anytime. Anybody by phone or anyone have a question or that Big B, we can go into questions if no one has testimony. All right. I think we're clear. Everything
Yeah,
clear.
looks
Okay.
like it.
Let's go to the first questions. Anybody have a question on this?
Well, look, I got a shout out over here on Facebook from you'll
Okay.
never guess who.
Who is that?
Dodd said, "Hello, fellas, what's up?"
Who is that?
Dodd Stalker, man.
Oh, Dodd is on there. What's up,
Yeah,
Dodd?
Dodd's on Facebook. He said,
All
"Hey, what's up?"
right.
So he's saying hello to the family, man.
All right, Dodd. That's what's up, Dodd. What's going on, buddy? All right, all right. I'm trying to get more folks coming in. Come on in, come on in. And grab a seat. We're having fun today. All right, and let's get a couple questions, and then I got a video to show you all.
Okay.
So I want to get a couple of these in, and then we're going to get started. But Big B, go over some of the top things that are going on right now. You had some stats you wanted to just...
Yeah, I got
Off
a
to
few little
us.
sets that Dr. P. And I think I mentioned to you earlier they had moved our sites. So I had to kind of find it and run around and get the whole thing. But just a quick summary: our clinical labs, excuse me, right now still trending. They're trending sideways at 0.44%. And our public health lab, that's the influenza, that AH1N1. So all those things are just kind of still hanging around mid area, right? And the outpatient respiratory illness is at 1.9% is trending sideways. And our weekly hospitalization rate is at 0.1% per 100,000, okay? And our mortality rate, 0.06%, guys, trending sideways.
Right.
So we're in pretty good shape, Dr. P.
All right. Yeah.
Going along. All right.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We try to keep those numbers in perspective, because we know that, we're moving into the flu season. So hopefully everyone's doing your cleanse right now. We're in the cleanse with remember, every change of seasons, you want to do something. So what does that mean? Cleansing means colon cleanse, parasite cleanse. If you want more information about that, go to my website, shop.drpaulherbs.com. Okay. Shop.drpaulherbs.com. Now, you notice also there's some, we say, communicable things going on right now. So you might, when you're going out shopping and you're in, the malls and you're touching the carts and all those things, perfect time for thieves oil. So get your thieves oil. Make sure, I just saw something pop up that Prophet, she just put something in the chat box. So if you're doing thieves oil, the formula should be in there. Did you put in the formula there, Prophetess? Were you able to get the formula for that?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Formula is there.
Okay, so make sure you get the formula. This is the perfect time for having that on you. So that means if you're at job, just keeping your hands clean. A lot of things are spreading by contact. So you want to also just make sure it's that time. Okay. All right. Big B, there were a couple of things I wanted to go over. Wanted to just mention a couple of things that happened. I just saw, let's see, there was a couple of things I wanted to show. The pagers. You heard about the pagers that were exploding.
Yeah, man. Oh,
the pagers that are exploding, and then people are now asking, am I safe? Is this something that happens with phones? That phones would just explode, or is this where they booby trapped already? What did they do with the Hezbollah over in Israel? They're saying that they're exploding. So I wanted to just say that they are looking at this and saying that this is probably something that was already designed. They actually did something to them. So they were manipulated. So it's not something that was actually in a flaw. So that what's happening really is they send a code and it actually allows it starts to heat up the lithium batteries. So the lithium batteries are literally exploding. That's what they are. And if anybody knows that lithium, you'll see that as a problem in a lot of areas where you have laptops exploding. That's why they say never sleep with your phone right next to your body or in your bed or something like that. But this was actually definitely a controlled attack issue. But this is not to be concerned. They're telling everybody don't panic because people are like, well, wait a minute, my phone might, well, wait a minute, I can't, man, that's the worst thing you can tell people is their phone because people know their phones are like their precious things. But I can tell you this is what I would say. If they start to get hot, you need to either turn it off or get it away from you. Got it? Get off
Yep.
the phone. Don't let it turn hot. When it starts to get hot, that's the lithium battery starting to heat up and the phone is getting too hot. Usually there is a safe device on, I know Apple has a safe device. When it gets really hot, it starts to turn, it'll even tell you that the phone is going to shut down because it's overheating. So just keep that in mind. If you have a specialty phone, check to see if it has a safety precaution for overheating. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's see what we have here. Who do we have up first, Big B?
Well, the first person, excuse me, we got up right now is Carmela. Carmela, you there?
Yeah, and I thank prophetess. She gave me some stuff. It was about my bowels. Like
Mhm.
I am having a hard time. The doctor told me to take this Marilex every day. That doesn't work. I drink prune juice every day, a little every night. Take a little half a cup. That doesn't work. I've been doing fruits. I've been eating vegetables, and I've been taking this Metamucil fiber thins. So
Mhm.
I'm just having a hard time figuring out what's going on. Now, I went to
Mhm.
the GI doctor. He said, "Oh, Carmel, a lot of people having that issue, so it's normal." For me, it's not normal because when my stomach get bloated, it comes all the way up to my chest. You can feel it.
Yeah, it's never normal. It's never normal. There's
That's
nothing
never
normal. Never,
normal. That's
never
not
normal.
normal. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I've been taking, I've been doing this is so funny, the red bag.
Mhm.
But the
Mhm.
red bag only does for the bottom part, doesn't do the upper part of the colon.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's where it's at. It's like it comes down slow. So I'm like, what
Yeah.
can I do or take? Like
Okay.
I know Prophets has put aloe vera gel,
Mhm.
papaya, but I've been
Okay. Well, let
eating.
me let me say this. You got a pen and pad. Everybody get a pen and pad for this one. This is a goodie.
I got a pen pad.
Whenever you have a pen and pad, make sure you got a pen and pad for this one because I want to unpack this one. When you're looking at constipation, I'm going to tell you it's more likely of what we're being exposed to. Got it? It's the foods. We have to watch out what the certain foods that are in the certain foods that are used as preservatives, which are now pulling the moisture out of the food. It's to keep it on the shelf longer. The process and now what they call ultra processed is in the foods to keep it on the shelf longer so that we can purchase it. But there's a problem is it's pulling the moisture out of you. So when you eat it, it pulls the moisture out of your digestive system. So here's a few things that you got to be careful of. Number one, you got your water right? Remember your
Right.
water. Remember spring water, bottle at the source. Got it?
Crystal
Crystal
guys,
geyser,
have
of
it.
course. Everybody knows you're doing it. Half your body weight in ounces. Okay, we got that clear. Next thing, watch things that are thick, creamy, or things that pour slow. Got it? Thick, creamy, or things that pour slow. Now watch out for things like crackers, like the crackers, like the crackers, because that's what? Bleached white flour.
Right.
So no refined sugar, no refined salts, and no refined oils. Got it? These are also on the list. Also, watch out for any dairy products. No dairy products. A lot of the dairy products, not only are they thick and creamy, but most of them may be, if there's like creamers from things like coffee creamers, they are hydrogenated. Hydrogenization is another form of refining. Got it? So hydrogenization, foods that are hydrogenated are foods that are like creamers, because remember that's Procter and Gamble pulled all the moisture off of it, makes oils hard like a rock. So now that stuff actually becomes hard in a rock inside of you. You got it? So we don't want that. So hydrogenated would be creamers, also hydrogenated vegetable oils, which is in a lot of potato chips, a lot of the snacks are hydrogenated. Got it? And the last thing would be like peanut butter. Watch out for the peanut butter. Okay. Also, oatmeal. Oatmeal is a big one. Okay. Watch the oatmeal. Oatmeal was used back in the day. That was the industrialization food, right, BB?
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
That was the gut food, but it pulls moisture. When you had something like things like poison ivy or poison oak, they would give you what? Sometimes a oatmeal bath. Got it? They'll give you oatmeal because it would pull the moisture off of you. Got it? So watch out for those. Last thing is things like I say probiotics. Stay away from the probiotics. We say prebiotics. Prebiotics are what we are, which is with fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, seeds, and we convert. We are the converters. You shouldn't have something as an intervention for what your body is supposed to do. Got it? And if there's one more thing that I would look at, I would ask you one question, and that would be, what do you like a lot of? What do you like a lot of, and you do it every day? Is she still there?
You still there? Yep.
She's still there?
I
don't
think
see her.
Yes, I'm still here.
she's
You
there. There
asked
she
me,
is.
what do I eat a lot of?
Yeah, what do you eat a lot of every day? Now, also, one more thing I want to put on that list, watch frozen fruits and vegetables. Frozen fruits and vegetables tend to be sprayed with formaldehyde. And that's absolutely a major thing that causes some form of, it will definitely cause digestive issues.
Okay.
What about organic frozen?
Still, you got to have something on there that preserves it. Because if you took that same fruit or vegetable and you put it in the freezer in front, and it would get freezer burn faster. So you got to say, what are y'all doing that I'm not doing? You got it? It's some sort of process that's on there. So you got to be careful. So what do you do a lot of? That was my question.
I eat yogurt every day.
Ooh, what kind of yogurt? Regular yogurt?
No, I have the Activia yogurt.
Right, but what kind is it?
It's not Greek. It's low fat dairy. Yes.
It's still
No good.
That's it right there. That's it.
I eat the yogurt,
I should have started there.
Oh, and then I was doing raisin bran cereal with almond milk.
Okay, almond milk is not the best of all milks. It's better than dairy. But if I were to say milks that are the top of the list of milks that are, what we say plant-based milks, that would be hemp milk. Okay. I would say coconut milk. Or a walnut milk. Those are the safe ones that I would say that we haven't had any problems with. But the other ones, you can have things like gums and a lot of additives, especially there's one called carrageenan. That can be thickeners. These are thickeners that are used. So it's best to use your own. And if that raisin bran, make sure that raisin bran is not bioengineered. Got it?
Absolutely.
Yep. Make sure when you go down there, you got the box, take a look at the box while we're on. Go all the way to the very bottom, and make sure it doesn't say made with bioengineered ingredients. Okay. So definitely right now, the dairy from that would be number one on your list.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then other than that, I don't eat a lot. I have tuna fish. I eat very light.
Yeah, but that makes it, see, what happens is you're not assimilating. See, when you remember anything that's creamy like that, like a milk, it blocks the villi. It blocks your villi. Your villi is little hairs in your gut. Their job is to take the nutrients out of your food and bring it into you. But now you got like this blanket going on. It blocks it. Now you can't assimilate. Now the body's like, say, I can't get to the food. Your food's trying to get to it, can't get to it. Then that's going to cause bloating, gas, constipation. It also is going to have an issue with energy. You're going to notice your energy is not going to be there because your body's like saying, we need some food. Send her a signal up there, tell her to eat. You're saying, what else we got around here? I'm still hungry.
I know that's right.
Okay. It does say contain a engineered food ingredients.
Yeah, I knew it would if it's made by Kellogg's or Post.
There you go.
So that mean it's good?
No.
No.
It's not good.
No,
that's the worst part.
Oh Lord have
No.
See that?
So what cereal can I eat then?
The ones that don't have bioengineered.
Right.
So I gotta go look.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Always.
Here's what I would suggest. There's a website, and Prophetess probably already got it in there, non-GMO project.org. non-gmo.org. That's the website that I would recommend.
All right.
Non-GMO project.org is a website that gives you all the information about
Okay.
where you can get a proper food that's safe to eat, that's non-GMO.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you see what's going on, right? So we got a little
Yeah.
bit of the dairy. We got
Yes.
that bioengineered. We got that
Yes.
almond milk. See all that stuff? It makes a
Yes.
difference. It makes a big
So let me question one more question. So do you think like I make spinach, I'll put some spinach together and I'll saute spinach. I'm trying to eat more greenery to help. But
Yeah.
none of that helps though. Not even prune juice.
How about
So
the
Well,
green
that's what I'm
juice?
saying, but it's not going to work until you get rid of that dairy. That's it. That's what's blocking you. You can't assimilate your nutrients to get in to do what it's supposed to do, which is feed your body. You can't get it. So your body's in the point like, I'm starving. You're really
right.
starving me. It's going to eventually, it can change your blood count because now your hemoglobin numbers go down because your body, they'll come back and say, you're anemic. You're like, I'm not anemic and I'm eating all the time. It's because you're not assimilating. Got it?
Okay.
So
Well,
that's what
I thought,
happens with a lot of people.
okay. I thought that oatmeal was fiber. Like they was like eat a lot of fiber foods.
It is, but it also it pulls moisture out. You
Right. I
remember?
got you when you were
Yep,
saying that.
it
Yeah.
pulls moisture, and plus it is the number one spray of what's called the glyphosate, which is the number one weed killer in the world right now. That's gotten more cases than anything. They pre-spray it in America, not like anywhere else in the world. And we're the only
Amen.
place that they do that. So
Yeah.
we got to stay on top of that. So
All right, well, I have to come to you so you can give me a diet or something.
I got you. I got you covered.
I'll
You
make
know
it a
that.
point.
You know
Hey,
it.
Okay.
Dr.
All
Paul,
right. Yes.
Thank
can I say
you.
one thing?
Sure.
Yes.
I bought some oatmeal. It's sprouted with no glyphosate in it.
No,
Would
you're not
that
gonna. Well, you're not gonna see listed glyphosate. You're not gonna see it. You're never gonna see it.
Yeah.
See, they're never gonna put that on there because remember, in the United States, is very loose to very casual to no mandatory labeling at all. It's just gonna be light labeling, like the bioengineering and things like that. That's by retailers and states decided that.
I have? Do you see this, Dr. Paul?
Yep.
And
Yep.
it listed no glyphosate.
Well, I'm saying that. I'm saying that it's okay. But I'm saying though, still they're spraying it in the United States. Even when they took the highest ones, like that one, and also the one where you got Bob's Red Mill, they still have levels of glyphosate in it. So even the one you got
Yeah.
right there that says glyphosate free, there, if you read it real close, somewhere on there, it's going to say there's a percentage that still is going to be in there. But they
Yeah.
consider, but they consider, here's what they get you on the free thing. See what everybody saw that? Everybody saw that? Everybody saw that, right?
I
Where
saw
he
that.
says, it says glyphosate free. Well, their determination of what free means a certain level of contaminants. You got it? Do you remember how we say what's
Oh,
a what's a
That's all right,
certain
Mark. We're
level?
pray.
What's a what's a considerable rate of contaminants? They know that there's no way they can get rid of all the glyphosate.
Amen. So
They
very true.
know that they raise the level of what's considered zero, or they consider it's so little, it's there, but we're gonna say it's none. You got it? That's what I'm saying. So that's what they
So
do.
get rid of it.
Yeah,
So throw
just
it
like
away.
remember last week I told y'all about the peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Yeah.
told you that the FDA has like a specific level of what's acceptable,
How you spell
considered acceptable.
glyphosate?
You said spiders.
Right, spiders, right. So they don't have to label that, yeah, these spiders in here, y'all, because it's an acceptable rate of toxins that they expect and understand that it's going to be in there. You got it? So they consider that. We're gonna let you pass on that. Just don't let it get past this number right here. And they keep raising that number every year. You got it? So that's when they can put the free on there. It's glyphosate free. But nah, it's glyphosate in there. Absolutely. They found it in everything. They can't get rid of it. They said in 2015 that they can't get rid of it. So this is 2024. And so it's going to be in there. So it's everywhere, and just understand it. I would just stay away from the oats. Stay away because they pull moisture anyway. Got it? So you already want it. It already pulls the moisture out of your gut. So it's gonna make you. It's gonna. It's not good for you, y'all. All right, just don't do it. I hear you, Lydia. I see you.
I just had Bob's Mills oatmeal this
Now,
morning.
this is what I'm saying. You can get Bob's Red Mill, get a finer or a lighter grain, something like you got farina, you got all kind of stuff out there. You got buckwheat, you got a lot of them. Go to his website. That's Bob's Red Mill.
Can't
Okay.
eat ice cream, can't eat oatmeal, just eat
Yeah.
it.
He's got one that's brown rice and farina, if you gotta eat it. Brown rice and farina. And then a lot of people have a lectin issue and don't know it. So just keep it in mind, y'all. Keep it in mind. All right, let's go. All right, who else we got there?
Thank you, Dr. Paul.
All
Thank
right,
you.
no problem. All right,
Appreciate you, Carmel. All right.
all right. Queen B, you there? Queen? I know you got to be there somewhere.
Okay. Before
All
we
right,
go
well-
to Queen, before we go to
all right, you
Queen,
got it.
I got somebody I want to bring on. I hope she's
right.
still here. I did see her in there. And that is Sophia. Is Sophia here? Sophia. Is she still here? Sophia
Hey,
Robinson.
Dr. Paul.
What's
There
up,
she
Sophia?
is. There she
How
is.
you doing?
Up to you.
All right, all right. You know what? When we did the testimony, you should have came up and threw your hands up. Cause tell everybody, Sophia, you've been coming through to me for a while. And how many years? Like about 2 or 3 years now? About two or
No,
three?
before pandemic. So
Before pandemic. So it's been over 4
yeah,
years, right? Okay.
right.
So tell everybody what you came in and told me about this week, and we're gonna tell us what you just accomplished.
Peace, family. Hi. I've been working diligently trying to get licensed. And I'm finally a LPC, licensed professional counselor.
All right.
And I thank you. I found that it was very important that our community has people who look like us to represent us. So one thing that I've always found interesting was that we visit our PCP yearly. We visit our optometrist every 2 years. We visit our OB yearly. We visit our dentist yearly. However, when it comes to our mental health, we prioritize this when we're in a crisis at best.
Yes.
And I believe that therapy should be viewed as a health science. So most of us, we're walking around with these invisible wounds that need to be healed by a trained professional. Oftentimes, what stands in our way from receiving freedom is the stigma associated with mental health. And we've all heard it. People who receive counseling are weak, they're poor, they're lazy, they're crazy, they're reserved for the elite. You know, there are people who are reserved for people who don't look like us, or they bring shame to the family. And we've all heard this last one. They're people who don't have mental health illnesses, but they're possessed. So I remember about 15 years ago when I was doing family-based therapy, I remember I was servicing a woman. She was of Haitian descent, and her trauma came from her family practicing witchcraft on her. And it was their attempt to treat her diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And sadly, there's still cultures who don't acknowledge mental health. And they try to treat the features the best way they can. And believe me, I belong to Jesus. And
Amen.
I find value in pastoral counseling. However, unless he or she is clinically trained, they can do more harm than good. And they are ill-equipped to treat every single thing. So I also think a deterrent from considering therapy is the process. And we live in a Western culture where we can purchase our groceries, wash our clothes, buy a set of tires all at the same time. But the thing is, therapy is not like that. It's a process. Our emotions are like a tunnel, and you have to go through them. And there's light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to be committed to walk through it. And lastly, I think the process of selecting a therapist for a lot of people, it seems daunting. You know, considering what attributes, think about the attributes that most resonate with you. So if someone has been victimized, for instance, by their father, they probably should not work with an older male therapist. This could cause re-traumatization. Consider the specialty. Consider the clinician's platform versus your comfort level, virtual, or do you feel more comfortable in person, or a combination of the two? Hybrid is what they call it. And remember, family, mental wellness is an investment. The Dalai Lama said it best. If you spend your health chasing money, you will spend your money chasing health.
Amen. You're about
Yeah,
the dead
good.
ear.
Well said. First of all, let's give
Love
her a
that.
shout. Give her
That's
a
what's up. Love
shout.
that. Love that.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Everybody come off mute.
Very well
All
said.
right.
Very well said, Sophia.
Congratulations.
Congratulations for sure.
See, you know,
Thank
Sophia, I
you.
know you've been working on this for a long time. And, you know, I invited you onto the platform because I said, you know what, you've been working for a long time. We want to support you and your new venture and your new accomplishment because you know
Yes.
what? Therapy really is a big part of healing. It's
Yes.
understanding that you have someone to talk to work through your problem and situation. It's interesting that I sit down with people and I work more like on the level of the body and the holistic healing, but we say spirit, mind, and body in that
Body,
order.
yes.
So you got to get your mind right.
Get your mind
You
right.
got to get your mind right, y'all. And with that, you need sometimes someone to talk to. So we congratulate you, Sophia. Sophia, give
Thank you.
everybody your information, how they can be and support you, and maybe have a session, sit down. Absolutely have a session, sit down with you. And if they're going through things, I'm noticing a lot of children, a lot of the seniors, a lot of people just going through the post-traumatic stress of the COVID. So you're in perfect timing. I think it's a divine appointment.
That's
Tell
so very
everybody
true, man.
how they can get a hold of you and all your information for us.
Certainly.
Mhm.
I can be reached. So the website is www.jihcounseling.com. And my direct email address is Sophia. So that's SAF as in Frank, IYA at JIHcounseling.com. And my number is 484-253-5127. And I'm currently in network with Aetna and Independence Blue Cross, and I am almost at the tail end of being paneled for Medicaid.
All right.
Good.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Make sure you type
Excellent.
your info in, Sophia.
Yes.
You said it to
One
the
more
folk on the phone
time.
don't have, but you put it
One
in so
more
we
time.
can share
Give
it.
her a
Love that. That's what's
hand.
up.
Yes. We got
Thank you.
professionals.
Very, very important.
Yes,
That's
we got
very
some-
important.
Yes. Thank you, Sophia. And you, anything you need, you let me know. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Indeed,
Take
indeed.
care. Have a good evening. All right. Let's see. Going up to our questions. Who do you have, Big B?
Yeah,
Did
we're
we
still
have a
waiting
Queen
on
B?
Big Queen. Queen, you there now?
Is Queen B? She might have fell asleep.
I'm
And
here.
there she
I'm
is.
here.
There she
There she
is.
I'm here.
What's up,
I
Queen?
got it. Okay, I'm driving. I'm sorry.
Hey, be careful.
Yeah,
Pull
so
over.
please
Now,
be
don't be
careful.
driving. Don't be careful
I'm
now.
okay. I'm being very careful. Thank you so much. I have a friend in Trinidad who just found out that he has cancer of the liver, stage 3.
Mm-hmm.
What can he do?
Okay, so remember he's in Trinidad, so there's
He's in
a check.
Trinidad, yes.
Yeah, so definitely I would have more questions, definitely. Phone consultation is what I would say, first of all, so that we can, I would have more questions about what's going on, but most importantly, what he has access to. Because certain things, when you're dealing with the liver, you do have to have clean water. You got to have the right water. So that's number one, getting them on point with the water. But what's accessible in Trinidad is my question. That's one of my questions. With that, also accessible to what herbal products that are in Trinidad. I'm sure that, of course, they're closer to the equator, but putting them on point on some of the things that fundamentally he has to do to regenerate the liver. The liver has a great ability to regenerate itself, but that means also cleaning the blood. So you gotta have herbs that clean the blood. Clean the blood, you clean the liver, clean the mind. All the blood flows through every organ every 20 minutes. So he has to have a regimen, but there's certain foods he's absolutely got to stay away from. So I can't give you a specific herb for a situation because it's about holistic health. So I would say do
Okay.
a phone call. I do Zoom calls whenever they're international. I will do a Zoom call. You just set up a time, give me a call, give me my number, and then we can do a Zoom call, something like that.
Okay.
So just make sure you
Okay.
have the number, which is the 1-877-377-2854. Now it should be available to reach internationally. Okay, if not, let me know. Okay, you should be, if you have any problems getting a hold of us, give me a call on my number, 215-779-7355, or leave it on that 1-877 number with Ivy or Mulaney. Okay.
Okay, will do.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Dr.
Thank
Cole.
you so much.
All
Thank you.
right.
All right. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Mhm.
All right,
All
Dr.
right.
Here's one question before we go to Nita, since she stepped away for just a quick second. Have you ever heard of Manuka honey from stingless bees being good for eye issues?
I love it. I love the marketing on that one. Say that one more time.
Have you ever heard of Manuka honey from stingless bees being good for eye issues?
Yeah, my only question is, hopefully they're not manipulating the bees. Got it.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Manuka honey has a lot of benefits, and we call it Mother Nature's multivitamin. But for some people, honey is not good because it blocks the villi and can be, a bad problem for assimilation for those who have assimilation, especially if those that are diabetic, because they already have a assimilation issue. So my question is, if you have something like issues with eyes already and you're diabetic, that may not be good for you. So that has to be taken on a per person basis. I would have to look at my question is immediately when they're marketing stingless bees. I gotta ask, okay, well,
Where
why
you
are they?
find them?
What did you do to the bees?
That's right.
Stingless bees. Okay, what does that mean? So you got to sort of break it down that way. Is what I would do. Okay, so keep it in perspective. Everything is not for everybody. Okay, all right, all right. Go ahead.
All right, Nita, you're next.
Yes, it's not more so a question, but just to respond to the young lady having problems with the constipation. And I know Prophet has put it in the chat about aloe vera gel. I recommend that all the time. I had to slow down taking it because I was putting it in my green drink every morning. And I'm telling you, going 2 or 3 times a day, I had to slow it down. So, but it works. It's not only good for your skin, it cleanses your gut and it helps to regulate your bowel movements. I recommend that all the time. I had a client who was bedbound from a stroke, and she was constipated, and I had to go out and disinfect her, follow with enema. And then I found out about the aloe vera, and I had her son put it in her tube feeding. We had no more problem.
There you go. There you
Just-
go.
What brand of aloe vera gel, Nita?
Where do you
And
get it
how
from?
much?
The brand Amazon.
Amazon.
I
Okay.
order a lot of my stuff from Amazon. You
Okay.
can't find it in the stores. You can find
Right.
it in health food stores.
Now you can get it with or without pulp. It's either one is good. Some people may have a problem if there's carrageenan in it, but I would say it's probably more beneficial than anything.
Yeah.
So just get the raw leaves if you have to. Get the raw leaves, and you would pull it out that way directly. So it's excellent as a laxative, but it's also digestive derma issues. So that's gut lining. So yes, it would do well for
would
all
do wonders.
issues of digestion. Yeah.
And it does well with burns because I use it because I'm a wound consultant, so I use it for wounds. And the brand I get the Lily of the Desert, although it has some carrageenan in it. But I do use that, and I recommend that one.
Yeah, and sometimes the carrageenan it's not bad for everybody. That's why I always tell people to test it out first. Some people are looking for the ones without the carrageenan, and it's going to be almost impossible. So if you really are someone that try it out first. If it's still a problem, go to the raw leaf.
Yeah.
So,
And with Sophia, I think, did I pronounce her
Sophia.
name right? Sophia.
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 I am so glad, and I hope she joins in with the family tree, because I wished I'd known her within the past 2 years, because I needed some counseling, and just trying to find someone that I wanted to trust, because going through a loss. I've gone through the 5 stages of grief. I'm still going through the last one, and that's acceptance. And then going through the grief I'm going through is the loss of my husband, not physically, but the loss of our relationship by him having that stroke. And our marriage was not like it used to be. So that is a loss. A loss is not always from someone dying, and you can still grieve, and I'm still grieving, So I'm glad she's on. I will get in touch with her, because I definitely need some counseling. The last thing is the lectins. I loved oatmeal, cream of wheat. I grew up on it all, but I haven't had it in the past 2 years because of the lectins.
There you go.
Lectins cause inflammation.
Yes,
and once you guys get Dr. Burton's book, once it gets on Amazon and he's working on that, you will find out all about the lectins.
There you go. Yeah, I called him. I called him a few weeks back, and he said he
Yeah,
would let me know.
Yeah, because he's working on. I said I didn't know it was such a process to get something on Amazon. He said it is. So he said once he gets it, he's going to be, because he wants it available. So if he comes on, then people can easily get it instead of coming to the office.
Yeah, because it's so important that people know these things. We haven't been taught any of this. Any of this. We not have been told how to eat, how to drink proper, waters, even to deal with the grief that we deal with. We have not even been taught these things. There's a ways that, like you said, death does not always mean physical. It means sometimes the lifestyle that you used to live and the relationship that you once had, because it does take a toll on you,
Yes, it does.
and I've been a caretaker for many, many of my family. I would say probably everybody in my family, from my grandmother, grandfather, father, and both of my brothers. I've been always a caretaker for them. And the relationship has always changed. And it's a transitional piece that definitely, sometimes you need to talk to somebody. I believe that's what made me stronger in dealing with other people's situation and the compassion level. And that's why Sophia, I applaud her, because she does have the compassion for people. And I could sense that when I sit down with folks. If you have the compassion for doing what you're doing, and it's not just a paycheck, that really means a lot to the other person on the side. Hopefully, you're looking for your help and assistance. They don't want you looking other ways like this, and looking at their clock and like, you try to talk about what's going on. You're like, yeah, you got 5 minutes. You're like, what? I don't want to be in here. You got me? So that means very, very important for you to have a compassion for the people. This is a giving and understanding and service industry. So I applaud Sophia, and definitely thank you, Nitha, for always bringing great points. You bring great points all the time. All right, let's see.
All right, and that was one other thing. How much of the aloe vera juice should you put in whatever it is that you
I use 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
In my drink, in my green drink.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I knew that was going to come up, so I thought about to ask.
Before we go on further, there was an additional question about the Manuka. They weren't necessarily asking about how to take it internally. They were asking how to use it as drops in their eyes, or if you can use it as drops in their eyes.
I would, especially like I said, if somebody has issues with assimilation, like already diabetic issues, they already have issues of restriction, concentration. I wouldn't put it in an eye. I just wouldn't do it.
Okay.
And that's because concentration, remember, honey, when it's thick, it actually pulls moisture. It's already moisture dehydrated. It's very dehydrated. So a person that's taking that, if you have a issue with high blood pressure or diabetes, you really don't want to be messing with that too much. That's the issue. So it can be very good for wound care. Like, it's a lot of reasons you can use that, but it's a per person basis. Okay. All All right, let's see who else we got there, Big
Okay.
D.
Okay. Okay. Right up next is Rose. Rose, you there?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take it as being good luck following Nita. She was speaking about a stroke, so I'm 10 months in, I'm doing better and better. I wanted in my camera, I can't get it to work right now, but I wanted to ask you, Dr. Paul, what about the PQQ that has the one that doesn't have the kind of the bad B12. I'll try to make it quick. I have two
Mm-hmm.
questions.
Mm-hmm. So, so do you
I'm
have
ta-
a brand that's a
yes,
combination? It's a combination of
yes,
B12.
no. I apologize. PQQ is
Mm-hmm.
by MBS Biotechnology, and it
Mm-hmm.
has that. I'm not going to pronounce it correctly. The CYAN, not the methyl though. It has the
Mm-hmm.
cyanocobalamin.
Right. This is cyanocobalamine. Yeah.
Right, and I want the methyl. That's what you suggested. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking you, do you think you can pull up one that a PQQ doesn't have, has the methyl
Well,
cyanocobalamin?
Kabalamine.
well,
Yes.
naturally, PQQ doesn't have B12. That's just a combination you're looking at. Got it? That's what you're looking at. So you would probably just get it separately. Just get a separate B12.
Oh,
That's
that's what I
not
have.
right.
But
So right.
what is PQQ then?
PQQ is a quinone. That's a quinone. That's part of
Yeah.
the quinone family. That's
And
not. That's
when I
not.
was taking had that the
Right.
one
You're like I was saying. You're taking a combination. That's a complex. That's
it was
considered
one
a
of the
complex.
ingredients, yes.
Right. That's a complex. Whenever you
Okay.
have anything outside, when it has multiple things in it, that's a complex. It's complete. Is put together with multiple things.
Right. I understand.
That was just their thing.
Okay.
If you want, right, if you want it, you just get the PQQ, straight PQQ, and you get a separate B12. If you already have it, you got it. You good.
Yes, okay, I'll get a different PQQ. And so can you take too much of zinc? Because I'm taking something called Tropical Oasis. My
Mm-hmm.
eyesight has been perfect. It hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm taking the Tropical Oasis called
Mm-hmm.
2020 Vision. It has zinc citrate in it, 15 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also taking a trace mineral for magnesium.
Mm-hmm.
And that has zinc in it too. It's
Yeah.
called zinc glyconate.
Right.
So
So here we go again. You the same thing. You're dealing with complexes. Got
Complexes.
it? You're adding too much. If you do too many complexes, you're getting combinations of it. Now, if you take both of the trace and the regular one, you're raising your level of zinc, and that's too much. Got it? So that's why you got to watch the complexes. People get a lot of complexes. I say, remember, singularity is the best.
right,
Don't
I understand. Yes, thank you.
try not to do that
So
because you're adding.
I'm
That
gonna
would
keep the
be.
tropical aces, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna get rid of the trace minerals, taking the calcium, the boron, and the magnesium in
Yeah,
it. So I'm just gonna go for one that
right.
doesn't have another zinc in it. But I want to keep taking
Yeah.
the Vision
And
2020.
check, remember when you do combinations like this particular tropical oasis is very good for giving you those complex they're put together with all the different things. And that's good for some people, but it's also pre-predicting. And that's where you can't do that. You can't pre-predict a person's situation. And sometimes what may be in there is too much for some people, and it's too little for others. So you have to be very mindful that you could be overlapping by adding other things to it. And if you're adding thing over, and when you start to take it, a sure sign of you've been overlapping is when you take something and you start to get weak. So that
Mm-hmm.
means when you take it, you start to feel like, wait a minute, I'm taking all these herbs and stuff, and I'm feeling weak. That's because you didn't need it. You got it?
Oh,
And
I
usually
see.
that means the body says, I gotta now work to get rid of what I don't need. And now I got to use energy to get energy.
I've
Got
been
it?
doing it for a while, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's why I don't feel as well as I know
Mm-hmm.
I should be. Well,
Yep.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Everyone have a good
Good
night.
All
stuff.
right.
Good questions, Rose. Appreciate it. That was
All right.
very good. Very good.
I
Very good.
appreciate you.
All right.
Indeed.
Take care. All right.
All right, but before we go to Mariah, I saw I saw Paula up there earlier, and then she dropped out. Paula? Did you have your hand up?
No, no, I don't know, Miss Paula, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hi,
Is
I
that-
think it
Yeah,
was
earlier
me.
I saw you. I guess is your
No, it was
husband next to
me.
you.
It
Okay,
was me.
Paula's L. Paula
this is
Yeah.
Paula L.
Yeah.
Right.
L.
Yes.
There you
I
go.
saw your hand up earlier and it
Yeah.
dropped out. So I just wanted to make sure that we didn't
Yeah.
run past you.
And
Okay.
also,
Yeah, I did have a question.
Yes.
This is Paula L.
Yes.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Can you take supplements to in place of like high blood pressure meds, like hawthorn berry or beetroot?
Okay, now you just said two things there. Supplements. Now the hawthorn and beetroot, those are herbs. So that's the two different worlds right there. So supplements have been isolated, separated, and divided. They've been taken away from their source. So that's where now you said beech, and what was the other one? Hawthornberry. Those are herbs.
And beach
Those
Yes.
something.
right. So whatever your situation, always understand what you're taking. I'm not a advocate of supplements. I'm advocate of herbs because herbs are always complete with everything in it. See, the supplements come from when they separate and isolate or divide it from its original source, which is
Mhm.
usually an herb. Got
Right.
it? So
Yes.
why do that when you can just go back to the source from which they come? So if you got an issue with bone density, we got issues with iron, go back to the plant that supplies all of that, but in balance. That's the key. So when you're looking at something like supplements, I would say gravitate towards the herbs, but understand what is your goal. What are you trying to do? If it's high blood pressure, if it's diabetes, if anything, get assessed first. And then from the
Okay.
assessment, then we work out a game plan for you. Are you in the Philadelphia area?
Yeah, I'm in Darby Township.
Okay, come on through. Come on through and
Yeah,
get an
I'm thinking
assessment.
about doing your assessment.
Yeah.
I'm very new to the family.
That's all
Okay.
right.
The
Well,
first
welcome
time.
through. Let's give her a hand, y'all. Let's give her a
Yes,
welcome.
yes, congrats.
Welcome
I
through.
believe she said
Welcome,
this is her first time.
Mhm.
Welcome.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
guys. Thank you so much.
Glad to have you
Welcome
guys.
to the
Okay.
platform. Welcome to the platform.
You're in a
Invite
good
your
place.
family and everybody. And this is the place where we can learn all those things. So you have my information.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then definitely, if you're listening by phone, it's 1-877-377-2854. We are doing the RM3A full body analysis. I recommend the RM3A because it's a full body analysis, which we can get a baseline. Everybody needs a baseline to know where am I and what is my body saying. That's the key, right? You got to know what the body's saying. And
Right.
therefore, now this is what you need. That's why we say we're naturopath, nature's path, nature's way. So when you feed the body, find out where you're deficient, feed the body, and the body corrects itself 11 times faster. Ain't that a shout? Somebody got to
all
say
right.
shout. That's a shout.
Ciao. Thank you.
All right, amen.
All right, Paul.
All right,
See that?
Paula.
I'm glad my old eye found you over there. I said, I know I
See
saw
there?
that.
too.
See there? See, he got good eyes. See there?
All
right,
right,
now-
very good.
Now, before we go to the next person, I want to show and want to introduce to the family a little film. Got a little film for y'all today, all right?
Okay.
And this film, Big B, I think I lost my film. I lost my film.
You got it there
I
somewhere.
think I lost it. Oh man, are you kidding me?
No, you got it in there
I
somewhere.
think I lost it.
Open up
buddy.
that other eye, Doctor. You'll find it.
Oh my goodness. All right, well keep talking, man. Keep talking there. I thought
You
I
didn't
lost
lose it.
it. All right.
It's
All right,
there
let me
somewhere.
tell y'all about it while I'm gonna multitask.
See, hey guys, that's what he gets for having 5 screens in front of his face.
I've got 5 screens in here, man. He's actually right. I actually got 4 screens up here.
Yeah, I knew that.
I got 4 screens here. So I'm looking at all these screens. I'm going all over here. Got you got all these things going on. All right, there's a documentary that I had. It's that they're trying to kill us.
Uh-oh, help me. Help us, Lord.
Yes, this is actually on YouTube. I'm gonna punch it up. All right, I'm gonna punch it up. I lost it. I don't know where it happened. All these screens, I didn't knocked it down somewhere. All right, got it. Here it is. All right, I want to show y'all this. I only want to show you a little bit of it, but I'm going to give the link. And Prophetess, you can grab this. I'll grab the link and drop it in here for the family. Okay. But this is an actual documentary that's part of YouTube movies and TV that's on. It's a free
Trying
movie.
to kill us.
And usually with this, it shows and it's breaking down from a perspective some very, very incredible things that are for the time such as this. They're bringing in doctors, they're bringing in folks, they're bringing in hip hop artists, entertainers. Everybody's talking about the food, y'all, and the impact of how it has on our communities. They're talking about the Popeyes, they're talking about the Chick-fil-A's, they're talking about all the food deserts and how there's no access for it in the school systems and the foods that are in the schools compared to the prison systems. This is a great documentary. You got me? I want to show it to you. And I want to go over here. Big B, somebody go on mute. Everybody go on mute. Everybody go on mute. I'm going to have to mute everybody. All right? All right. I want to mute everybody because what we're going to do, I want you to hear this. You really got to get into really understanding what this is all about. We really have to start looking at all of everything that we are eating. All right. So I'm going to pull this up, mute everybody. All right. Big B, I'm going to mute this. I want to play this. Can you see it, Big B?
Not yet. Let me
You
see.
put guns in the communities. You put disease in the communities. You put
Still
poor
can't
food
see
in the
it. We're
community.
here.
Still can't see
All
it
these
yet.
things are
It's all right.
designed
It's going
to
pull
shorten
up.
your
It's
life
gonna pull up.
expectancy. All these things are designed to give you
Hold up. Let me come out.
physical issues and mental issues. These things are designed to keep you from thriving. The powers that be that are making that
Let me
money
do
at the
something
top.
real quick. It may be protected. Hold on. It may be protected that you cannot see it. I may not be able to stream it. Let me see. Can you see it now?
No, we see you.
Not
What's
yet.
the name of it
You
again,
see
please?
me?
Is
Yeah.
that it? Is that it right there, Dr. B?
Yeah, hold on. It's called They're Trying
They're
to
trying to
Kill
kill
Us.
us. Yep.
And they won't let us see it. Hold on.
It
Hold on.
doesn't appear to be
I
protected.
could hear it.
Yeah, you hear it from my headphones. All right, let me try it one more time. Let me see if it can come on. Nah, they're blanking it out. Yeah,
Ferguson is located in St. Louis,
it's
Missouri,
definitely
what they call the north
it's
side
viewer
of St.
protected.
Louis.
It's definitely
This
viewer
is the neighborhood I
protected.
grew up in, right at
Yeah,
first.
their viewer protected it. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit down the link. I'm gonna put the link in here for everybody, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I would suggest everybody get a hold of. It is something that you have got to see. It is incredible because they really are diving, we say deep dive, into the issue and conversation that we don't have and how industry has really planted themselves in the communities of our cities and all over the world, literally, and how just keeping stuff away from you and giving you only other things and not accessible to fruits and vegetables that are safe and that are non-pesticides and non-GMOs really makes a difference because the rates of cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, the kidney failures, all those things that are happening are right in our area, and it's all surrounded by the foods we eat. So with this, I'm going to punch this in so everybody can go to it at your leisure. They have a protection over it right
We
now.
know it's already there, Dr. Paul.
Okay, good. So you got the link. All right. I know you already got it. Before I can move, that's why I was stalling. I was stalling.
Yes.
Yep. But I would say I want everybody to look at that, and let's next week come on back and we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about what you thought about the film. Okay, it's a film and it's about an hour and 40 minutes or so. It may be something you want to sit down with the family with, and while you're unpacking this, because you're going to see some of the very famous people and stars that you know very well are going to be in here. And this was actually done a while ago. Let's see, when was this done? This is about
was it 2021?
yeah, something. I think it was like 2021, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I
So,
see it on Tubi as well.
Yeah.
It's on Tubi as well. If you
Yeah.
want it on the
So get into that, and we'll report back, and you tell me what you got out of it. All right. Okay.
Dr. Paul,
Yes.
I just want to chime in on the documentary, The Trial and Killers. I had a pleasure of meeting, hanging out with John Lewis, one of the producers, the guy you hear in the trailer last summer. He's been trying to get that film out for years, and big industry was trying to get him to cut out certain things, but he said no. So, and that, as you know, that documentary exposes everyone.
Yes.
Name and name. So I'm challenging everyone on this family tree to watch that documentary. It will change your life. If you know, don't be scared. And once you watch it, you will definitely be at the crossroads to figure out what you're gonna put in your mouth the next day.
Have mercy.
Yes.
So I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yes. Yes, Dig. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Because definitely that's, you know, by you knowing the producer, you know the struggle that he's gone through. And just what I'm looking at right here, I can't share it. You know, I understand copyrights, and that's probably what it is. Probably copywritten for the purposes of reproduction. And that's understood. So we want to protect that and make sure the brother gets proper props for his movie. But definitely everyone take a look at this. When I saw this, I was like, where has this movie been? I said, this is perfect timing right now. So once you look at it, I want you to do even another thing. Everybody share it. Share it to everybody in your email box so that you can actually see, you know, share it with the family so that everybody's on point, man. We're not talking like this a lot. So it's good to have a movie documentary like this. All right.
Dr. Paul, they're not allowing you to share it. You have to copy the link. I just went on and tried to do it. They blocking you. You have to copy the link and do it.
Well, actually, that's what I did. We copied the link. We copied the link. I actually shared it on. If you go to my Facebook, you can see it.
Yeah,
you can go to my you can see my Facebook. I put it on my Facebook, and
It's
actually gives a
actually
link.
on Tubi, Dr. Paul. I'm just pulling it up. It's on Tubi, and you can get it.
Yeah, that's what he just said. That's what.
Yeah.
He just said. That's what Cameron just said. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Who else we got? Big B.
All right, Harai is up in the corner. Harai.
Hey, good evening, family. How you doing? How's everybody doing?
All right.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on is last Thursday I turned 25.
Well, go ahead
with your
now.
bad
It's your
self. You
birthday.
catching them trying to catch up with me.
We got another birthday. Got
25 going on 70, you know. So I feel amazing. I feel really, really good.
Awesome.
But I had just chimed in at 8, and when Dr. Sophia was speaking, and I just wanted to say a few words because I've been in therapy for a couple of years after raising 10 children, a couple of walaikum assalam, a couple of bad marriages, and just some life ups and downs in general. 10 kids alone is send you to the men with the white jackets, period. But
absolutely.
But I just wanted to assure people just having problems, and they think as African Americans that we're never supposed to be dealing with anything because we're blessed with such an ability to be resilient. You know, we're looked at as never having problems, or our problems don't need to be addressed. And that's not true. You know, like we have problems just like anybody else. And the thing about it, I dealt with depression greatly before I understood it. And now I really feel like I can speak about the depression and the balance that I've gotten through seeking help and knowing how to fight the bipolar condition that I had, where I would get excited and get very manic and, you know, just like really overwork myself, or then go into depression because I had taken on too much or whatever, you know. But I just wanted to share that it is real. Your mental health is real. Doesn't mean that you're walking around with your hair standing on your head, eating out of trash cans and talking to invisible people. It means, you know, that you need to talk with someone, you know, like you may find yourself being paranoid, find yourself just not being motivated, angry at undue anger at things. And so, it just really helps. And I have to laugh because my therapist would always say, well, are you suicidal? And I would say to her, I say, Kelly, look, for most African Americans, we spend so much time trying to keep white folks from killing us. I don't think too many of us thought about trying to do it ourselves,
Wow.
And she would crack up, but the thing, a sense of humor also is another gift that God gives us to help get through life,
Yes.
But just the fact that most of us came off of slave ships and had come through because of the times we came through, dysfunctional families. Just your childhood trauma alone, means you may need to go and talk with somebody just to resolve some of those issues. So I just wanted to piggyback
Yes.
and
Veggie
share.
back. We veggie back.
Veggie back on that. And I couldn't do the medicines. I really couldn't do the medicines.
Yes.
I have found a lot of help with ashwagandha, and I appreciate you mentioning that mimosa a couple of weeks ago, because I got that, and it keeps me more or less calm. My kids are looking at me like, boy, she usually be screaming and hollering and going off the hook, and I'm like, they like, who is this woman? Like what happened to our mom? But it keeps the ashwagandha helps to keep you balanced out. But the main thing is prayer. Prayer and waking up every day, thanking God for every little thing, and I keep myself around positive energy like this group and other positive groups. So I just wanted to
All
share.
right, thank you. Hey, Harai, you are doing great, and we wrap our arms around you. And absolutely, everybody, come off mute. I think that was a self-testimony right there.
Yes, indeed.
Come
Yes,
off
indeed,
mute for
indeed,
her.
That was
Yes,
awesome.
everybody.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Araya.
Harai, you
Do well.
continue.
Doing
well.
Yeah,
God
stay.
bless.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Thank y'all.
Continue to stay the course. And as we were saying, everyone needs someone to talk to. Sometimes it's sometimes when we going through something, sometimes we just need to make sure you go on mute, y'all.
Mute yourself,
Paul,
guys.
go on mute. Go on mute there. All right. Make sure you're on mute. Make sure you're mute. Okay. Sometimes when what we're going through has ability to, not only when you're trying to just get your mind together, sometimes it's the path of thinking when you just may need a little bit more information to make a better informed decision. Sometimes we're not looking at it from the right perspective. Sometimes some things you say, you know what? If I look at this, I got more things to be thankful for than to be sad about. And that's what a person helps you to bring forth. So with that, talking it out means a lot. So definitely, Pariah, congratulations to you. Keep the course, stay the path. All right. All right. Big B, who else we got up there, buddy?
Good evening. I am new. And I am so excited. I think you have saved my life. You're going to save my life.
All right. And who
I
are
have
you?
heard.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Sandra.
Hey,
and
Sandra.
And I have such a story, but I need to speak to someone about maybe if someone wants to have you have a surgery and you're not sure that you want to do this, who would I call you and ask you about this?
Well, it's based on whatever your situation is. We start with an assessment. So from the assessment, we can take all those variables in order and find out what is it that they're trying to do. Now, if there's other options, that's what we look at also. Where are you in the process? Where are you in the timeline? Sometimes maybe another approach and looking at it based on whatever your situation with, and you don't have to open up today. Starts with an assessment to see the baseline. If you see a baseline, from the baseline, we move forward. And then we can say, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, and this is what you may want to look at, other options. So that's where we start. You start with understanding what are your options and what is your condition that they're saying that you have. Okay.
Thank you, because what it is that it's like a rush thing and it has to be done real quick. And I need to probably call you tomorrow.
Okay.
To set up something tomorrow so you can I need just a consultation just to be able to tell you what it is.
Okay.
And is that okay?
Sure. Now,
so what number am I calling you on? The 215-779-7355?
Yes, or I would call the 1-877.
Okay.
377-2854.
Okay,
that's
fine.
a direct line. That's the appointment line. You'll get either Ivy or Mulaney on the line, and they will help you and get you set up for a consultation phone call, and they'll put you in for the soonest available one, and we'll talk it out talk it out first and see where you are. But if it's a chronic condition, I always tell everyone, you got to find out what your body's saying. The baseline is important. You can't move forward taking herbs and things and all these other things that people are doing and you not know where am I? I'm guessing. You don't want to guess. We don't guess. We say these are the things that your body's saying. These are your numbers, and then from the numbers we move forward. Okay.
Well, what I heard on the show is that I've been eating oatmeal forever, and I heard that what you said, it puts moisture, it pulls moisture out of your gut.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's and when I heard that, I thought oatmeal was great for me.
Yeah, and back in the day, it was a gut food for the Industrial Revolution. But as we got older, we have to move away from it because that stuff is no longer the rolled oats that we used to have. You know, it's been highly pesticide sprayed. Glyphosates are pesticides that have been known to cause lymphatic damage in the lymphatic system, not only the gut lining. So and not only that, but at the end of the day, it pulls moisture. So it's not pulling moisture, just one of many problems that it has. So when we pull folks off of usually the issues with with oatmeal and the lectin issue, it's so much to deal with it. Usually they start assimilating, they start getting more nutrients, they're no longer malnutrition issues. Everything seems to balance itself out. So with that, that's why you got to get your water right. All those things help with a consultation. So come on in and we'll get you
I have a water right from you. And one other thing, your book, does your book have some of this information? I'm sure.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So how do I get it, and how do I share it with somebody else?
Sure. You can go right to my page, drpaulherbs.com, and it's a guidebook that starts off. It's called Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle. So right when you get to the page, you'll scroll down. It'll say Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle. Download here. You download it, and then you got it right there. It's a digital book right now, and it's a guidebook. It's one of the precursors to the upcoming classes that I'm going to have. I'm going to have an online class. And we're going to also have online class, Ambassadors of Health certification. I'm rolling out the whole piece. So stay tuned, but it starts with the Mastering Healthy Lifestyle. So check that out on the website.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And what was your name again? What was your first name again?
Sandra.
Sandra. Looking forward to seeing you, Sandra.
Okay,
and welcome to the family tree. All right.
You're quite welcome.
Okay.
Sandra, welcome. You're Carolyn's friend, Carolyn Jenkins.
Oh my goodness, you know about me? Oh
yeah, this her sister Carmela.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So yes, Dr. Paul is great.
I'm glad she gave me the bro.
Oh, now we're networking. Oh, this is
yes.
Call
just
me.
like
Please
a family
call
tree.
Me.
I will tell Carol. I will call you.
No, you get her number. Call me, please, immediately.
Okay.
Yes, Big B. This is like a family tree, ain't it?
Sandra, I have to find your number.
Where's Big B? Big B, you still there?
Ask your sister.
Okay.
She has my. You don't have to find it. Ask your sister. Thank you.
I will. Love you, girl.
Right.
Okay, I will.
Love you. Bye-bye. Oh my God. Thank you.
All right. All right. Is Bill there? Did Bill drop off? Did Bill? I think Bill was
Dr. Paul. Dr. Paul.
Yes.
I forgot. you know, the first lady of Zion Baptist Church in Ardmore, she came in for an assessment, and I've been trying to keep it quiet because I wanted her to, but every week keeps going by and keeps going by. I said, but I gotta blab this, and I didn't get in on the testimonial part, but she had I mean, a very big, sizable. I don't know if you remember her coming to see you. A big, sizable lump on the side of her face.
Yes.
And everybody in the church and on all of Ardmore is just rampant and raving, thinking she has surgery because it has totally, I mean, totally disappeared. And she is just, and I don't know, I know she might be listening tonight, you know. I'm sorry, First Lady, I couldn't hold it in any longer, you know. but
yes.
everybody is ramping and raving because I mean, it is totally gone.
Yes, it's
and
a
I mean,
blessing.
it was, you know, she has a beautiful, beautiful face. It didn't, you know, make her look bad anything, but it's very, very noticeable. And it has totally. Then they were getting ready to cut her face, and oh my God.
Yep. We got it just in time. Yep, got it just in time. She's applying the principle though. And remember, it's a perfect system created by a genius. So all we have to do is put those principles in order, and the body does what it's supposed to do. This is a perfect system already inside of you all, everybody. This inside of us. So all we got to do is what? Feed the body, and it will correct itself 11 times faster than we get sick. That's a shout, y'all. Somebody should
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Y'all need to be throwing a shoe at
I'm
this.
happy to hear that.
Throw a shoe at your. You better throw a shoe at your TV right now. Bam! You know, throw.
Bill, you're on mute. Can't nobody hear you. Bill is on mute.
Bill is on mute.
Well, excuse me.
I'm up there yelling at you.
Yeah,
Man.
you know
I'm
so
like,
funny?
you drop off.
Everybody, did you guys keep going? Because my screen just froze and disappeared.
Yeah, you were gone.
You were gone, man. You went out.
See it? See it?
We kept going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I just want to make sure, because that way I make sure I get all the info. So when you start looking for the link, I don't want nobody to be beating me up that you didn't get. So there.
Yeah. You all
Okay.
good,
All right.
Big B.
All right.
I
Good.
was about to look for you, man. I was coming up and I was going on a hunt for you. All right.
All right. I'm here.
All right. So who do we have here? That was a great testimony. And yes.
All right. Up next, we have Beverly Miller. Are you there? And then Saloni. Beverly?
Yes. Hi.
Hey, Beverly.
Yes.
Hello, family. I want to encourage Sandra. I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer July 28th, 2021. And I'm going on, and they urged me to have chemotherapy and surgery right away.
Yes.
And I told them that I would think about it. And it's going on 4 years. 4 years strong.
All right.
Congratulations.
And I do take my NGB faithfully.
Yes. Yes. The NGB. Yes.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
And I thank the Lord for anything that that strengthens my relationship with Him, makes me pray more.
Amen.
I thank the Lord for it, even if it's cancer.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
I am healthy.
Yes.
See?
Congratulations, Beverly. And you're doing great, and continue the process. That's why we have to take everything as a situation. Every situation is different. And a lot of times when people are pushing you fast, you know, there's a lot of questions to be asked. So you got to make sure that you're covering everything. That makes, the what goes with that, the pushing, is that it makes everybody nervous. You got it? It makes you nervous. Okay, why are you pushing me? What is the initiative? Are there any objectives? You're trying not to give me enough time that I can weigh things and balance. Because sometimes you can get into a bad situation and cause more problems. That's why we got to be careful and make sure you surround yourself with some people that know some things on different perspectives. And that's why it's important. So congratulations to you. I'm glad you made the change and it's working out for you. Thank you so much for your sharing.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right,
Beverly. All right. Up next, things changed on my side, but Patricia was up next. But before we went out, Patricia, you there?
Yes. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
Good evening, Family Tree. Hi, Dr. Paul. How are you?
Hey, Patricia, what's going on?
So I have a question for you about the dentist. So every year I go, they always want me to get x-rays and I can feel it afterwards and I hate it. And I know why they're trying to do it, I guess because of to find gum disease or whatever. So is there anything that I can take? I was taking liquid chlorophyll, thinking that would help, but I'm not sure if there's anything I can take before or after.
Well, I would first ask, why are you getting x-rays every so often? Is it just to see a condition that you're monitoring? Or, I mean,
No.
I don't, yeah, because usually, remember, when you're exposing yourself to light radiation, you have to have a reason why you're doing it. That's what our perspective is. I'm giving you my perspective from a natural
Right.
staff. If there's something going on, yeah, we need to see. That's something that needs to be seen. You got to see it. But if there's nothing that's ongoing and it's just a general, observation that you're looking, gotta be careful of that, because that's that's in your upper region of your body. So if there's a problem, yes, we need to look. That's understandable. But if not, then we take good health with gums and teeth with things like oil pulling, not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Things like oil pulling. You know about oil pulling?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Okay. Have you ever tried it? Never tried it?
No.
Okay. I would definitely go to my website, drpaulherbs.com, and go to the download section. In the download section, you're going to see one on there called oil pulling.
Okay.
Oil pulling is an ancient Ayurvedic Indian concept, goes back thousands of years. And what it is you could take an unrefined oil, any unrefined oil. The best, though, would be, we say the queen of oils would be sesame oil. Okay.
Okay.
And with that, all you would do is take 1 or 2 tablespoons, and just by squishing it in the mouth, back and forth, it activates, with being unrefined, activates the salivary gland so that it starts to have a pulling action. So it literally pulls bacteria, virus, parasites, all kind of stuff, contaminants into the mouth. If you spit that out, it's a form of detox. It also, on contact, kills staph and streptococcus bacteria on contact. And it also realigns the gums. It also is good for pyorrhea, issues with gingivitis, and so forth. It's a good way of detoxing the body. The instructions are on my website. I would try something like that. And then also stay away from fluoride toothpaste. Okay? No fluoride toothpaste. What kind of toothpaste you got?
It's Sensodyne.
Bad toothpaste.
Bad.
Right.
Bad toothpaste. It should have told you something when you look on the back and it says warning. That would be the first sign right there. Warning. If you swallow more than the toothpaste size of this toothpaste, call the poison control board. They didn't even say call the police. They said call the poison control, because the police might get there too late. Anyway,
what do you recommend?
Anything here's the 3 things. 3 things you want with your toothpaste, all right? And this is for everybody, all right? No fluoride, okay? Because fluoride is a byproduct of aluminum. Got it? It's listed as skull and bones. On the level, it's a carcinogen. It's a poison. It's just like it says on the label. Also, no SLS. SLS. That's sodium lauryl sulfates.
Okay.
That's what makes things foam. That just gives you the illusion that it's actually cleaning. It's not cleaning. It's not doing anything. It's just foaming. Just gives you the illusion. And the other one is titanium dioxide. Okay. Those are the 3 things you don't want in your toothpaste. There's another one that's really good in your situation. You could use something like neem. Neem toothpaste.
I've heard of it.
Very good for the gums. They also have coconut. They have one that's myrrh. They got a lot of different ones out there. They have black seed. Yep, there's tons of them. Just go to your local herbal store and find out which one they have. Just make sure it doesn't have those 3 things that I just mentioned. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And the best toothpastes are already in the chat box.
Okay.
They're already there.
Great.
Prophetess.
I'm looking at it right in my face right now.
Yo, no problem. And I would say Prophetess, can you mention in that for just the folks that are calling by phone, just in case they are not looking on the screen? Can you give those out? Just mention them for them.
Well, she says best toothpaste to use, North American toothpaste. You've got Himalayan complete care, neem without SLS, black seed, and Mizwax.
Oh, and Mizwax. Okay,
Right.
good.
Yes.
Good. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
and the best neem without the SLS has the 13 ingredients in it.
Yes.
There's some that have 7 ingredients. I use the one with the 13.
Okay, good.
Okay.
You got the brand on that one, by the way. And then the one that Wayne Avenue sells that one, though, don't they?
Yes, it's in a black box.
Yeah, it's the black man. I forget the name of it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Patricia. Hopefully that helped you out.
Yes, it did. Thank you very much,
All right,
everyone.
very good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got about 4 or 5 folks at that phone. We're getting close. Saloni,
All right.
Vanessa, Robin, and
Okay.
iPhone. Okay.
Hi, Dr. Paul, Bill, and family.
Yes.
I really am, first of all, thankful. Before I ask my question, I want to say that I have been accused of thinking that Dr. Paul is God. And
No, don't
I don't think that, first of all, because
right.
I know that God sent Dr. Paul to all of us. And I
Yes.
pray faithfully for Dr. Paul. And I know that I am healed. I can't even go into some of the things that I was dealing with when I started listening. But my question now, but anyhow, I want to say this. Yes, I've been accused of calling, having Dr. Paul as my God, but I know that God put him here for me because I needed it.
That's right. God be the glory. That's right.
Amen.
You were made in his image.
That's right.
Okay, I know we could go on and on and on because we
Yeah,
know.
I
We
appreciate
who
you.
have experienced it know. But
Yeah.
I have a very close person who was diagnosed with the doctor diagnosed her with beginning stages of dementia.
Mm-hmm.
Now we converse all the time, and I still work. I do a lot of things, and this person I speak with always. Now she's very worried. Is there something that mind care, and what are some things that I guess ginkgo biloba? Those are things I've heard of. When I took very, very strenuous exams, I used ginkgo biloba or mind care. What would I suggest to this person who is very scared right now? I mean, I
Well,
don't see any signs of it,
yeah.
but she says her doctor said she's in beginning stages of dementia.
And how old is she now? Just
She's
ballpark.
she's in her 60s, about
She's in her
65.
60s. Okay. Is she on any? Is she have a chronic condition?
Well, she does. Yes, she does take other medications. She has sugar problems, and I think she has the sugar and a few things. She was taking a lot of medications before, and she's not taking as many now. I don't know if her doctor took her off since she started listening to you or what happened. However, she does have some issues. Yes.
Okay. So
It's not
first
until
again,
then.
okay, no problem. What I would start off with is definitely at first an assessment. Assessment would be in order to see a baseline of where she is because she's on multiple medications. If you say she's on multiple, usually what things come to mind whenever there's memory. First, what comes to mind lately is some of the latest studies. And the latest studies have come out for the last probably every year for the last 5 or 6 years about how multiple medications have aluminum sprayed on the medication. Yeah. So what's happening is they're finding when they look at dementia and Alzheimer's, they're finding a commonality with folks. Aluminum on the brain. Well, where's this coming from? It could be very much from these toxins that are coming from medications, things like that, because a lot of medications are not coming from the United States anymore. They're coming from other countries. And these are preservative level things to keep it, of course, confined so that, of course, it can last longer and things like that. But we start to be on the defense to start to detox the body from heavy metals and toxins, but also we have to get them on a game plan. Water is number one. I'm always going to start with the water. Okay. Water is number one. They have to now make sure they're drinking the proper amount of water because even if it's anything dealing with memory, it's dealing with dehydration. That's the main thing. Got it? That's number one. Number two, you have to start to get with things that help to stimulate the brain. If there's diabetes involved, then there's atherosclerosis involved. So now you have hardening of the arteries in the brain. So now we got to start to look at things like MCT, medium chain triglycerides, which comes from things like coconut oil, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease of food for the soul. This is something that's used for the purposes of bypassing to get into assimilation of the brain where normally there's issues that can't assimilate. So the coconut oil in its form with additional MCT can be something that has been used for Alzheimer's. And in cases where Alzheimer's, where people were so had a debilitating so much to they couldn't even draw a clock and put the numbers in it. You know, they actually saw people come back and start to draw the clock. They started to remember short-term memory because, you know, when that happens, dementia, Alzheimer's, it affects short-term memory. Long-term memory has built bridges we call synapses, which means those long-term bridges were when they can remember everything that happened when they were a baby, when they were a child, we're very small, but as soon as you're in the immediate situation, give me some water. And then next thing you know, you give them the water, and then 5 minutes later, say, give me some more water. Say, I just gave you the water sitting right there. Oh, I didn't see it. And then 5 minutes later, they can ask you for water again. It's going over and over. It's like a repeating cycle. They're caught in sort of like this rhythm. So what's happening with that? We start to detox the metals out of the body, things that we know that could be causing the blockage with those synapses. So assessment would be in order, but we also have to deal with the medications and things. Of course, if that's their choice, I can help them with the process and give them my best recommendation. But I always start with an assessment before we move forward. But are they in the Philadelphia area?
No. So they would have to, I guess, do it on, the Zoom or however you do it, whatever you call that. Because
usually
she's
where she live?
West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah, we just do a phone consultation. Phone
Okay.
consultations are good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And
So you start from there and you move forward, but it's about what you're eating, the things that we talk about here on the family tree, the top 10 toxic foods. I would start by doing this. Go into my website, give her the website, go to download the Mastering a Healthy Lifestyle. Got it? That's on my front page. It's a free booklet that I give out, free book guide. And in there, it's a breakdown of some of the things that I looked at, some of the basic fundamental things that everybody should have. And with there, she's got to watch out for this thing that says top 10 toxic foods. She got to watch them. She got to stay off of them. Yeah. She got to stay off of it. So we start there and we move forward. Okay. All right.
Yes. Thanks again.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Dr.
Appreciate you.
Dr. Here's the question before we go up to Vanessa in the corner. This good. This came from Florida. Did we happen to see this? Queen says she has a friend who has had depression for 2 years due to losing her son from cancer. And is this depression, in this depression state, she developed a severe kidney disease and something called gastroparesis, and bowels are blocked, has blocked bowels. Also has a hiatal hernia. The doctor wants to cut out part of her stomach to see if that would clear up the blockage. What can she do to help her situation?
You can do a lot. You can do a lot with that, but that's all imbalances. Everything you just mentioned says imbalance to me. Yeah, out of balance. That's wrong food, wrong rhythm, wrong cycles, all those things. We have to get them back in order. Okay. One of the things that we do when we sit down on the RM3A, it allows me to see where you are. And that meaning that I keep saying baseline, but really it is important because we don't want to go in directions that your body's like, I'm good there, but I just need this area here. I need help right here. And that starts with things like the foods we've been talking about. We just talked about blocked bowels. We talked about that earlier. Constipation, all those things I went over just today. Well, that was the first question we had today. All of those things have everything to do with your digestion. I wish I wish this was not so unfair, y'all. I really would. Because it's unfair that we have to now re-educate ourselves to a system that's moving. It's a moving target. How can you hit the bullseye, Big B, if the
Mhm.
target keep moving? I
Yes,
can't
sir.
hit it because I'm trying to watch this, I'm trying to watch this, I'm trying to watch that. And to many people, we say, this is too much work. Yep, it is. It's too much work. But I can at least tell you some of the things that you can do to minimize, to get you now foods that are alive. So when you eat, your life, we say food, when you eat food, it must have life in it because life
Mhm.
begets life. Only life can give you life. Dead can't bring you life. Dead can't do nothing but stay dead.
That's
Stop
right.
eating dead food, expecting it to give you life. You can't move that bowels if there's dead food in it. You got it? So that's where we go with these things. We got to get to transformation happens by the renewing of your mind. So
Mhm.
that's where we're going to start. Okay.
Okay. All right, Dr. Paul. Vanessa?
So Dr.
Vanessa and Quincy. I'm sorry, were you finished?
Well, this is Diane. I'm the one who put the
Oh, okay,
information in
Diane.
the
Sure. Go
chat.
ahead.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Actually,
the friend
Miss
of mine.
Diane. Actually, Miss Diane, thank you so much. Hello, family, first and foremost. And
Mhm.
thank you so much, Sister Diane, for inviting me. He was actually making reference to something I asked Diane to share with you.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Great.
didn't
Okay.
think, and I don't want to overstep speaking over anyone out of turn, but I wanted to clear up a few things. So basically, I was diagnosed with severe gastroparesis disease.
Mm-hmm.
And with severe gastroparesis disease, somewhere along the line, I developed a kidney dysfunction disease. I was told that neither have a cure. Now, with regards to that, I can tell you I try to eat very healthy. I eat a lot of organic foods. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. I eat a lot of greens. However, with severe gastroparesis, it's the stomach muscles that don't properly contract whatever it is that I'm consuming. And that's what's being held in my stomach. To correct that, they're actually wanting to cut away half of my stomach
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to try to correct that. But I do take like black seed oil, ashwagandha, burdock root, sea moss. I use EnoCleanse. So there's a lot of things that I take, but they state that gastroparesis disease affects people that are diabetic, and I am not diabetic. Unfortunately, my oldest son is my beautiful angel. He passed away 3 years ago. And when he passed away, I started suffering from a lot of illnesses. So the eating piece is not so much as not eating properly. If anything, I don't eat enough. I eat very little, and it's not so much as the wrong foods. Again, I use I a lot of times I don't eat it all, and I'm glad you mentioned that. But I was seeking some information from you with regards to what would work best to help bring comfort, since they're claiming that there's no cure for it.
Right. Now, I just wanted to clear up just a couple of things. One, you got to make sure when we hear that thing that they say there's no cure, that's their perspective. And that's allopathy, not naturopathy, not homeopathy, but allopathy, which means they go against the body. So I would take that only as a grain of salt. It says this their end of what they can do. We always say there's something you can do. Gastroparesis also can affect digestion, of course, with that muscle, but it also deals with the assimilation. We believe that we a lot are doing well, but there's a little bit more information we need to know. The types of food that we're eating in America, there's no mandatory labeling laws in the food. So that means the foods have things in it that aren't even listed on there. One of the biggest things that causes a lot of gastroparesis has a lot to do with this thing called glyphosate. And also glyphosates are big, but also it means it ties it into things like those with diabetic, because it all just means you're not assimilating. You can't assimilate because the villi is blocked. But it means certain foods. So that's where the assessment comes in. I would suggest, are you in the Philadelphia area, by the way?
Unfortunately, I am not, but I would love to do a verbal confrontation with consultation with you over the phone. So I most definitely will be scheduling that.
Yes, absolutely. Because what's happening is I get more folks that are, they're saying I'm doing well, but then when we really break it down, there's always something somewhere that there's a little bit more information. It's a moving target right now. All that they say is organic is not organic. The numbering systems are not the same. They're not.
That's
We're
right.
not getting the proper foods when we say that we know that I'm doing well. We're not really, because we're not being told the truth. So you got to start to test yourself. We test yourself with things like pH balance strips. pH balance strips show you exactly where you are and how you can start to regenerate the gut lining, and so that you can get the stomach muscle back in order. So with that, definitely give me a call. If you're in the Philadelphia area, come on through. I got people coming from all over the country, all over the world, just to get this test, the RM3A. They're coming from all over the world. So it is worth the trip if you can, but if not, we can do a phone call. I'll be glad to sit down with you. Okay?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. It's
All
really
right. Thank you so
Surely,
much. And thank you
Peace
for
and
coming through
blessings.
to the family tree.
And keep coming, Cherie.
Yep.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Also,
most definitely.
I
Thank
would
you.
say this also, Sri, definitely download that book also. That book, the top 10 toxic foods. Just make sure you're on point with that, okay? And what kind of water are you
Yes,
drinking,
sir.
by the way? What kind of water are you drinking?
I actually drink 2 different types of water. So I do drink an alkaline water that has I believe it's 9.5 pH.
Wrong.
And it has some other minerals and things in it. And then I more recently, probably within the past maybe year, I've been drinking a water called Simple Truth that has electrolytes in it.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Wrong.
both bad waters. Bad
Both
waters.
waters.
Yeah,
Both
both
of
bad
them.
waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those are
What do you say,
bad.
top 10 foods? He said, Quincy, what do you say?
Yeah.
Top 10 foods, what?
Yeah, there's top 10
Top
toxic
10
foods.
toxic
What's it called? Top 10 what?
Top 10 toxic foods. It's on my
Foods.
website. You can download it. But really, I just want to give you a quick one, just since you brought that point on. Because number one issue with digestion is dehydration. Got it? So number one, your water's wrong. When you have electrolytes, right? When they're adding electrolytes or alkaline water, those fall into what's called reverse osmosis waters. Those
Brush
are
your teeth, Lisa? Lotion your body, right?
Mute yourself,
Okay.
Vanessa, to
Mute
come up.
yourself. Somebody
Vanessa.
mute yourself. Vanessa, mute yourself. This is important, y'all. Come on, mute yourself. All right. The water you want, you got to stay away from those waters. There's 4 waters you absolutely have to stay away from, and that's destroying your gut.
Yeah.
Anything, remember, hydrogen, H2O, is the greatest source of energy in the universe. Wherever there's hydrogen, there's energy. But they've manipulated these waters to pull the hydrogen. You pull the hydrogen, you pull the charge. That's dead water. So now if you take water, stay away from nothing purified, nothing filtered, nothing reverse osmosis, and no distilled. Got it? Now, the ones you mentioned are the alkaline waters. Those are reverse osmosis. They distill them, pull all the minerals, and then they'll say, we'll add electrolytes for minerals and taste. But that electrolyte they're adding is refined white salt. Got it? That's dead salt. So that means when you open the bottle, the charge starts to lose its charge. Bad water. That's going to now change your pH and send you into a state of what's called acidosis. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Bad water, no distilled water, and that's the other one. Those are all going to spin you acids. You want spring water, got it? Must be spring water, but make sure it's bottled at the source. Got it? That's the key. If it says spring water but not bottled at the source, leave it alone. The Deer Park, the Poland Springs, all dead water. It's got to be something spring water bottle at the source. One of the waters you can get, we talk about here, family. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Which one? Crystal Geyser.
The waters are in the chat box.
Yeah, Crystal Geyser. Yeah, they all like the choir in here.
The whole list, whole list, Cherie, is in the
there's a
chat.
list all there, and right there, Cherie, if you can jump in the chat, you can grab the list of all the ones. So Crystal Geyser, if you listen by phone, Crystal Geyser. You also have Avion, you have Fiji, you have Eternal, you have Aquapana, you also have Mountain Valley, you have Icelandic Glacier. These are all waters that are filtered naturally by the earth, but they don't pull the hydrogen, so they remain bottled at the source, which means when you open the bottle, first time it touches air. So that's the good one. That will regenerate your gut now. Now we cooking now. Now the body says, now I got what I need.
There you go.
Now, instead of stripping my potassium out of my gut, which is causing gastroparesis, is what's happening. Now I can deal with it. Now I'm regenerating. Got it? Life begets life. Life begets life. Keep that in mind. I look forward to hearing from you.
I just want to add, Dr. Paul, and if you do have to go to the hospital or in the hospital, I recommend that you take your water with you.
Yes.
Because they only serve reverse osmosis water in most hospitals.
Yeah.
So when I go in, I take gallons with me.
Yeah.
And
And
drink my
usually
own water.
they're pretty good with the crystal geysers. They're pretty good. If I
I
tell
think
everybody,
University of Penn has changed the crystal geyser, but Jefferson, I believe, is still using purified water.
ain't that a mess? It's a mess, y'all.
Yep.
So you see, Sheree, there's a few things that we got to go over. Okay. So with
Yes,
that,
sir.
I'll put you on point and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay, wonderful. You just made me have the thing in my head where I normally keep 4 cases of water or more because I'm in Arizona and it gets pretty hot. And I'll be very transparent with you. I'm getting ready to throw out all 4 cases and go to the store and buy more
That's
water.
right. Don't even give it to your plants. Don't even put it to your plants because your plants don't want it either.
It'll kill your plants.
It'll kill the plants.
I most definitely will. Thank you all
Take
so
it to a
much.
homeless shelter somewhere.
No, don't take it there. Where you gonna take it there? Don't take it there.
You don't want to waste your money.
Don't poison it either.
Amen.
No.
You're right.
Don't do that to them.
Okay. All right, Dr. B. Vanessa and Quinn step in the corner. We got to get moving here.
All right.
Hey guys, I have 2 questions. My uncle has gout. He does take the green drink once a day, but what else can you suggest?
2 a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he needs to take it 2 a day and test the pH. You got to raise up the pH. Anything with gout is the body attempting to heal itself. It's going after that foot. Is it his foot?
Yes.
Yeah, going after that foot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it does. See, gout is one of them things that you can't even look at somebody with gout and look at the foot and start hurting. No, you gotta start to alkalize. So, bone density things like the green drinks are always good because it raises the pH, but you can also grab things like the coral calcium, not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. Coral calcium happens. It depends on the age, but I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do with that. But adding additional green drink does work. And remember, you can't overdose on greens, y'all, because it's food. It's food. It's food. Yeah.
All right, Dr. Brew, we got 4 more.
I have one more question, guys.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
My girlfriend had a stroke, and she's doing really, really well. But what can you suggest?
She needs an assessment. Yeah, she needs assessment. I can't even unpack that one because there's so many things with that. Have her come on in and for an assessment. Make sure she gets the works. We say the RM3A plus the urine analysis. From that, whenever you said she had a stroke, right? So she's post stroke. So what's happening is we have a program. I have a program that specifically deals with, post and preventative stroke issues. So you got to really see where they are. Okay, so you got the number, right? You got the number, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Okay,
bye-bye.
thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Vanessa.
All right, we've got 2 more. And Lydia, do me a favor, send your question in because I did see you drop out just to be. I appreciate that. We've got Robert and Stephanie, and that's it. And by the way, Prophetess has had to bounce because she remembers she has another class. So.
Yeah, she got a class.
Okay,
and
Robin?
You know what?
Yes, I'm here.
Did she leave? Prophetess left. Did she leave?
Yeah, she left.
I'm still here.
Oh, you
Hey,
right?
Prophetess, stay there. Don't you go nowhere. Tell folks about just real quickly about the Roscoe Draper flight school if you can. Is it coming up this week or is it passed already?
Well, were you talking about Airport Day?
Airport Day. Yeah,
Airport Day is going to be the 5th of October at the Northeast Airport. If you want to bring your young people out, we're going to be exposing young people to all careers in aviation. They'll be up close and personal with private planes owned by people who look like us. My people in my club buy airplanes like most of y'all go buying cars.
Well, hey man,
Wow.
amen.
Wow.
Praise him.
Two of the young brothers under 30 just bought aircraft of their own. So we'll have our aircraft on display. We'll have mechanics out. We're going to expose them to all kind of careers in aviation. There
All
is a
right.
push for blacks. The field is wide open for us right now. A lot of the airport pilots are retiring. They have forced mandatory retirement at 65. However, there is no mandatory age for private pilots. So you can come in. That's where I'm going now to my pilot's class, and which starts at 8 o'clock, and I'm always late. But
All right. Well, we
until I start
appreciate
taking
you
my
so
flight,
much.
until I start taking my pilot lessons, then I will be out of here.
All
But
right.
you can go
Literally out of here.
you can go to RoscoeDraper.net. I will drop it in the chat box to register for Airport Day. It's going to be
right, Prophet.
10 to
Appreciate
4.
that.
Things. Thank you, Prophetess. Appreciate you. And you know what? That's right around the corner from where I live. I'm right around the corner. And then Roscoe Draper is a part of our men's group. He's one of the Red Tails, one of the ones that trained the Red Tails.
He
He's part of our men's gathering. Yeah.
And he is 105 years old as of May 14th.
All
He
right.
is still teaching. He is still
Yes.
training, still interviewing. And our club is named after him. And he has trained most of the pilots in my
Guess
flight.
what he started drinking? He drinking the green drink.
And he's drinking all right.
All right. All right.
That's
Thank you,
my
Prophetess.
man. Yes. He used to sit up right in front, Big B. You remember when he used to sit up front? He used to sit right up in front. He said, man, where you get all this information from? That's my buddy. Yeah. And his son, David Draper, shout outs. Maybe we can get Roscoe on here one time. Maybe he'd give a shout out for 105. Go ahead.
That's what's up.
That's
See?
my man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
All right, Robin.
Yes, I'm
Robin,
here.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, how are you? Listen, I had suffered for decades with hallucinations. I started around, I don't know, 19, 20 to 21, somewhere around my early years. And I never spoke about it. I never talked about it. I just dealt with it. It was mostly at night. And at first I thought it was the house I lived in. But, over the years you move to another house and I was still suffering from it. Over the last, say, 4 or 5 years, it had gotten really, really bad. But last year it had gotten so bad, I could not sleep in my own bed. I couldn't sleep in a recliner. I couldn't sit on a couch because the hallucinations followed me everywhere I went. So now I was suffering with sleep deprivation. And I went to my primary doctor and I finally said something. Finally. And I was referred to a psychiatrist who gave me, what is this? Zyprexa. And I took that for a little while, but I stopped. I stopped taking it because it was not helping and it was putting extra weight on me. And I shouldn't say I shouldn't say it wasn't helping. It was helping, but it just didn't stop it. So I'm looking for other ways. I'm looking for a more holistic lifestyle anyway, because I had some other issues. But I was wondering, can this be addressed through holistic healing too? Or
yes,
holistic
everything
living too?
Right, because we're talking about food.
Okay.
Remember anything when you're dealing with the pharmaceuticals that you're taking, it dives into the psychotropic levels of psychotropics, which actually deals with, they're trying to balance out the levels of the dopamine, the serotonin, the melanin, all those things that are going on with the pineal gland. See, the pineal gland is what we call the master sergeant. He masters the sergeant of the pituitary, the hypothalamus, the thyroid, the parathyroid, down to the adrenal glands, the pancreas, down to the sex organs. That's your endocrine system. But that endocrine system is also the chakra system that ties into the pineal gland, which is the spiritual world. That's why it's called the serpentine fire. Ancients used to call it the serpentine fire. Remember Earth, Wind, and Fire? Serpentine.
Yeah, I do.
Remember that, right? But
Yeah,
it's
I do.
also the chakras in the system. But if we're firing off in different ways and it's not opening and closing the proper way, we can have things like hallucination, because this pineal gland ties into the spiritual realm. When they cut it open and looked at it, it was a lens inside. We're like, wait a minute, it's a lens inside of a gland, and it actually has rods and cones like an eye. That's why they call it the third eye. Got it? So if it has a lens, then what is it looking at? It's looking at the spiritual realm. Got it? So what happens is we have to watch out what we've been exposed to. Sometimes that's where we do an assessment to see where you are. Because sometimes we've been exposed to things that keep those things open, or they're out of balance. Got it? It's the foods, it's the exposure to where we work, the things that we're exposed to, the homes, it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
So from there, you need a baseline first. Get within a baseline, and then I can give you my best recommendation from there moving forward. If it's your choice to do things in a holistic perspective, I can help you with that. If that's your choice. You know,
that is my
usually,
choice. I there was I also
yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
You're breaking up really, really bad, Robin. So
in November after sorry, I came home.
Still breaking up?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, you're really breaking up. Yeah, you're breaking up. Okay, keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay,
Yeah, she's frozen.
So I'm thinking. So I came home in November with from having surgery with cancer.
Okay,
so I'm cancer free now. Right. They said.
So here's the other thing, and I want it because we're losing you. We're losing you, Robin. We're losing you. So here's what I would suggest. You got my number. Just give me a call, and we can have an assessment. We'll sit down and we'll go through it. See, imbalances also come from food choices. So you got to make sure you're on point. Dehydration is major.
Yes.
Dehydration is major.
Yes.
For brain activity, blood-brain barrier, you got to make sure your water's got to be spot on.
Okay.
So we're going to check all those things. That's why the assessment is the baseline. Look for your baseline, and then we move forward. And then I'll give you my best recommendation, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you for sharing.
Right? Thank you for sharing. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, thank you for
a lot
sharing.
of courage.
That helps a lot of people there, Robin.
We'll also
really
continue to pray for you too, Robin.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
With Dr. Paul, he can help you.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. All right. Last one up, Stephanie. Stephanie, you there, and then we can bounce. We're 922.
What's up, Stephanie? She always pulling. Stephanie always pulling up the anchor. She pulling up the anchor, Big B. She pulling the anchor up. She said it's time to get this over with, y'all. What's up, Stephanie?
Well, this is a question. Why is it that I don't know if you know the business. It seems like there's more males that grind their teeth. Boys and men.
Yeah.
And I want to know, is there anything that can help them with that?
Yeah, that's a little bit of the stress. That's stress, absolutely. Grinding the teeth can be tied into I've seen many studies on grinding the teeth. Some say it's they try to get into issues of like gum and jaw issues and things like that. But I'm looking at always anxiety. We have to check the level of what they're stressing through, whether conscious, we say unconscious, with the unconscious part of the mind that, gets and receives things during the day. A lot of this stuff at the end of the day, you kind of just, when you're sleeping, they grind the teeth, and that's a sign of like stress somewhere, something. So we try to, pull in the parasympathetic stress. Now parasympathetic, not sympathetic, but parasympathetic is the female principle. Got it? Stop the grinding starts with parasympathetic, means relaxation, calmative, relaxing. So calmative herbs are the first thing that we move towards. And not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. We deal with things like herbs like willow bark. Okay, willow bark. Things like red raspberry. Okay. Anything of the kava kava. These are all just, passion flower, lavender oils, things like Himalayan salt baths. These are all things that bring you into a state of balance, and also valerian root. These are herbs that are calmatives that help with that. We start usually with there, and then also unpacking some things. If it's the job, it could be, growth and development issues with lifestyles. It could be transitioning things. It could be breakups. It could be so many things. So we try to start with calming the central nervous system down first and making sure they're hydrated, make sure they're eating right, because those imbalances will trigger things and cause adrenals to fire off, the cortisol, which is the fight or flight, which that means they're going to be grinding. That's when, even in their sleep, they're going to be grinding. But, hopefully that's not to a point where it's gotten really bad.
Well, it's sad that it's little boys that are like 5 and 6 years old just grinding their teeth so hard.
It could be because the children are really stressed out right now.
Yeah, they are. They
There's
certainly are.
studies. I don't know if y'all remember the study that I gave out. The latest studies on post COVID shows that the development of the last 4 years. So that means if they were in kindergarten up to the third, fourth grade, they're stressing right now.
Yeah.
Because they didn't get the level of nurturing that that a lot of children got. So it's really a problem. And then there's some that didn't, when they were even before school, didn't go through the whole preschool, going to the first grade, second grade transition. So there's a lot missing there. And they were showing the levels of Big B. Remember what it was when we announced it? I think the article was talking about something like they narrowed it down to 5 and 6 year olds now.
Yes, correct.
That are
That's exactly
stressing
right.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's very real. That's very real.
I understand that because I had classrooms of fourth graders that were, because of COVID, like last 2 years ago, about year 21, 22, that really were acting like second graders, and they couldn't get out of that mode.
But Stephanie, you have to remember, we are created as social beings, and without all of that, not having that access, it kind of destroys that interaction.
Yeah, that's right. That interaction is powerful. And I would say to folks, don't go on the impression that you don't need nobody. Buddy. That's the most unhealthy thing you can do, because there's not balance there. Balance always happens with male, female balance, male perspective, female balance. That's what we live in, what's called duat system. And that duat system means that we work in balance. So if you're not having both perspectives and you're not feeling, touching, communicating those things, you're going to find some imbalances. So, all right.
Yes. I just want to put it out there to anyone who's in the food industry and then I heard you talking about the movie earlier, the video earlier that's out. But I tell you, after lunchtime, because I'm working back in schools, after lunchtime, there's more children having these fits than ever.
Yeah. And that's absolutely the food. You know what that is. It's the sugar. It's the bioengineering of the food. It's all that stuff. Yeah, it's all that above. And then, staying on top of the children, making sure you don't reward them with sugar. It's easy to say it's the children, but it's really not the children. It's the lack of education with the parents. That's really where it comes from. Yeah, that's where it is.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you.
All right. That's it, Dr. B. We're at the end, man.
Okay.
Guys, listen, let me say this real quick before we go anywhere.
Hello.
Who's that? Haraya?
Yeah, real quick, Haraya, because we gotta go.
What about checking the stool for worms with the grinding of the teeth? Is that a possibility?
It's always a possibility. But whenever there's grinding of the teeth and there's anxiety, there's imbalance, which means acid. So in an acid environment, bacteria, virus, fungus, parasites, sepsis, all of that is in order. So that means your environment you're inviting is for everything. So
Yes.
that's why you got to get out of that acid state. You got to get into an alkaline state, and that's where it brings calmness to the central nervous system. So that's where we would say, so yeah, you could be parasites. It could be a lot of things. Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys.
Okay,
Here we
Big
go.
B.
Guys, make
Big
sure you
B,
get.
this is a jam-packed,
Yeah.
man. We
Man,
just
this is-
ran out of folks and ran out the room, man.
Yeah,
We
man.
done done it.
Take
This has
it.
been a long one, buddy, but this has been a good one. I think this
Yeah.
is something that we can really share with the family.
Yes,
So Big
yes.
B, tie it up, buddy. Tell everyone how they can participate with the family tree and support us by giving donations for you, buddy. So you
Yeah,
can
man.
put this stuff out there. How about that? All
You
right.
got that. Again, as always, make sure to get a copy of tonight's chat. Send me an email to meccavideo@gmail.com. Again, that's meccavideo@gmail.com. And of course, to continue to support the family tree, guys, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. That's $BILMORGAN. And to if you use through your donations to the bank, that's Zelle. That's meccavideo@comcast.net. Again, meccavideo@comcast.net. Or you can use our P.O. Box in Mulligan Hill, New Jersey. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mulligan Hill, New Jersey 08062. Hey, listen, bring your friends, bring your friend, bring everybody right here, right where? To the family tree. Keep us rolling, guys. Keep the donations coming, because guess what? Dr. Paul keeps me on the rock so I can keep everything together. You know.
Yes, I do. I keep him on the rocks. He's saying that, but yes, we do. We try to keep it on point. And I want to say to everyone, this was really good because you know
great
what?
class today,
We
man.
really have a great class because there was a lot of interaction tonight, and I don't like to rush it. That's why,
Yes.
I took my time today. And I want you to really, everyone, look at those videos that we talked about,
Yes.
and just basically try to do your best when it comes to getting more information to make a better informed decision. That's really the key. So what we want to do is make sure that we're doing the right thing. We can now stay on top and Big B, do what we're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Man, that's right.
Hey, I want to thank
Do the work.
everyone that's left in here.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir,
Yes,
man.
I want to thank you all for hanging in with us. And I want to say, did anybody learn anything this evening? Did anybody learn anything?
Yeah, man. Yes, sir,
Absolutely.
buddy.
Always. Yes.
Yes.
Always. All right. So with that, I say I'm only going to charge you with the truth. You got to go tell somebody. Tell somebody.
That's right. That's right.
Share the information. Be the odd one in the room that tell everybody, you know what? You need to start doing that. You need to stop putting that down. Be that thorn in their side. That's the Bible.
Yeah.
All right. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all.
Thank you, Dr.
I
Paul.
want to give a special shout out for Big B, 1L Morgan. Let's
Yeah,
give a
buddy.
hand
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Big B.
Yes, always, guys.
And also, I want to thank Prophetess. She had to bug on out of here.
Yep,
but we
she had
thank
to
Prophetess
bounce.
so much for what she's done and all that she continues to do with the flight school and Roscoe Draper. And that's 105 years old.
I know that's right,
I'll
man.
call him tomorrow. I'm like, man, you 105? I'm say, man, I'll tell you, man, what are you doing all this?
Yeah.
That's my boy. All right. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you
gotta shot. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. I learned a lot tonight.
All right, Camille. Yes, sir.
Good
That's
night,
right.
Dr. Paul.
Thank you so much.
Good night, everybody.
God bless y'all. All right. Tap it out. I'll see you, Marcy. We weren't on the green hour this week, but we will be back this week. All right.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
And breathe.
Yep.
And breathe. That's right. Come on, tap that hand. Tap that hand. Get that lymph system moving. That lymph moving.
Yep.
On the other side, same thing. Good. And breathe. And breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Yep. Yep, yep.
That heat going. Y'all got that heat
Yeah.
going? All right, good. Got a big beat.
Yep.
With the energy bag, go ahead and bring it on down.
Yeah.
With good intentions, yeah. You feel that energy. All the way down, all the way down. Change the polarity and the charge of the body. Left, and rub. Left, and rub. Left, left, and rub. One more time. And rub, and stop. And through the top, keep the bottom still. And you feel that energy go like this, y'all. Y'all feel that energy. You feel that? With good intentions, bless yourself. God bless y'all, and thank you for tuning in to the
Tree. Yeah.
See y'all next week.
You got it, buddy. See you on the weekend. That's
Y'all
great.
can dance. Go ahead, Marcy. I see you, Marcy. I see you, Marcy. Hey.
All right.
All right, go ahead. You can dance out there. Go ahead, Big B. Go ahead, Big B. All right. Who else can dance out there?
Yeah, buddy.
Who is that? Who is that? Debbie? Is that Deborah? Who is that? I can't see who that is. All right. That's Brenda. I think that's Brenda. And James over there. Is that Brenda and James over there? I can't tell. I can't tell. All right. We got Rosetta. What's up, Rosetta? All right. What's up, Rita? I see you, Rita. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
We'll see you on the weekend, buddy.
You got it, man.
Good night.
Good night, man.